Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Sikeston Public School Stadium for tonight's home finale against the Kennett Indians. Sikeston Bulldogs coming in to the game with a record of 3-6. Matthew Tanner with me, along with Derek.
3-5. Right?
Excuse me, 3-5.
Yeah.
Matt Tanner along with me, Derek James, and Matt. The Kennett Indians are a team that's been on the rise in the last few years, and I think they made the semifinals last year, an undefeated season before they were finally defeated, and this year their coach left. It was Joel Wyatt. Mm-hmm. He went back to his hometown. I think it was Central Missouri or South
somewhere
Central.
Yeah. Is he coaching over there too?
I believe he's coaching, but he's gone, and they have a new coach. And they've had a couple bumps. They lost to New Madrid, and then last week they lost to Poplar Bluff. But just what do we know about Kennett this year, Coach?
Well, they seem to be similar to what they have been. They're going to be good on both sides of the ball. I haven't seen them play. I've just read a few things about them. They've got their running back that was out. I think that they lost when he was out, maybe to maybe to New Madrid.
Jordan Jarrett is his name.
Right, and he is back. So the Bulldogs are going to have their hands full tonight containing him. So when you have a good running back and gets lots of yards, that means you have a good front line. You have a good offensive line. So the Bulldogs are going to have to find some ways to stop him. Maybe stack the box, put 6, 7, 8, or 9 in the box. But then that leaves them susceptible to the pass. I don't know about their quarterback, but being 6-2, I'm sure they can throw it around a little bit. And there's still going to be some remnants of the teachings, so to speak, of Coach Wyatt. And we were talking about that off the air a while ago. The guy shows up and look what he did at Malden. Took them to the semifinals. Kind of same
and the finals.
That's right. Oh, that's right.
And the finals.
And
yes.
Over a 5-year period or something like that. And he comes to Kennett, and immediately they have an uptick and maybe 500, and then they just shoot straight up.
About as much success as Kennett has ever had, and Malden.
Correct.
And obviously, the guy's a great coach. He's done a great job at both locations, and Malden has not bounced back since he left, and we'll see how Kennett will do in the coming years. But he definitely got that ship going the right direction.
It's so interesting, though. I mean, they have the same kids now as they did then. No different kids.
They really only graduated just a few from last year.
Well, I mean Malden. Like, just for example, they have the same kids.
Oh, I see.
I mean, the same type of kids or whatever. Yeah. He didn't recruit kids in and do anything like that. He just had the kids they had already there. Same thing at Kennett. They're not some parochial school in a big city where they're getting, these 5-star recruits in every year. It's the same kids they've had year in and year out. And all of a sudden, I don't know what the guy's secret sauce is, but good on him. Yeah. And I'm sure wherever he is right now, and I remember the article when it came out where he went, and I can't remember either. But I'm sure he's going to make them successful. Whatever he does works.
Well, last year Kennett defeated the Bulldogs 53-14 at Kennett, and just really put a beating on the Bulldogs last year, and they have for the last couple years.
Yeah.
And the Kennett. Sikeston has dominated Kennett.
Yes.
Maybe like no other team on their schedule, a traditional team that they usually play.
Right.
Sikeston leads the all-time series with Kennett 59-11.
Wow.
And one tie. 59-11. And I think 3 of those 11 are in the last 3 years.
I was just going to say 3 or 4 are here in the past 4 or 5 years. There's no doubt. Even the year I think we beat them just 4 years ago was by a touchdown or an overtime or something when Coach Wyatt got there and they were kind of on the rise, and whatever he was doing, I know I've talked to our Hall of Fame basketball coach here, and I know he's a fan. Whatever he's doing, he's a fan of it.
So Kennett lost to Poplar Bluff last week, as we mentioned, 41-15 last week. Sikeston lost to New Madrid County Central 44-0. So Kennett was without some top players against Poplar Bluff. I don't know their status for this game. I don't know if they're back or not.
I understood the running back was back, but other than that, I don't know.
The big stud running back who really hurt Sikeston last year is back, though.
Okay.
Yes, he's been playing. So Sikeston will be kicking off to start this game. Dylan Thornborough, a little cooler weather than we've had really all year.
Perfect football weather.
This is classic, perfect football weather. Not much breeze at all. Just a cool fall-like day.
Exactly, and I love the pink that's that's in honor and recognition of cancer or breast cancer awareness, I think, and love the pink and the socks and the undershirts and all those things. So
well, we're waiting on the scoreboard. The scoreboard had Bulldogs up 62-8 against the Indians.
I'll take it.
Let's stop right now.
Let's stop. Okay, thank you. Throw the flag, blow the whistle. We'll go to the house.
That is quite a game for the Bulldogs if that was the true score. I believe that was the score left over from the Charleston game from 2 weeks ago. So
Coach Engel's working it. He's about to get her under control.
So Thornborough with the kick to the 5, taken by Kennett. If I get a number 13, just optioned back to another return man, and he gets across to about the 23. So 13 caught the kick. See if I can get it.
Brooks.
13 is Brooks Nugget or something?
Yeah.
Najou? I don't know.
Oh, maybe he's French.
He could be. But interesting kick return there. He was going to return it, and he kind of stopped and almost ran an option pitch to the other return man, which might have picked up a few extra yards. It didn't get much.
Thank you to loyal viewer and listener Clay Madison. Said that Joel Wyatt went to Willow Springs.
There it is. I knew it was South Central.
Yeah, that's kind of in the west.
Yeah.
Where that's headed over there toward
on the way to Springfield.
Correct. Highway 60.
Toss sweep to Jordan Jarrett. That's their star running back. He's brought down maybe for a gain of 3. I believe that was
Camden.
66. Mark Fisher maybe in on the tackle. Mark Fisher, one of the seniors on this team.
And we had the senior night tonight as well.
That's right. A 1-yard gain on that play.
Looks like Kennett goes with a little tempo, as they say.
Yeah, no huddle. They got 4 receivers, trips left. Another handoff to Jarrett. Up the middle. Not much there. Just a short gain, maybe a yard. That will bring up 3rd and 8 for the Indians.
I know it's early and all those things, but this 3rd down will be key. See if we can get the Bulldog defense off the field and see if we can get our offense on there and get rolling.
Kennett taking a little more time on this play. 3rd and 8. Just underway here at Sikeston Public School Stadium. Sikeston with the pink sleeves and socks. Dropping back to pass. Close to a face mask, but they did not throw the flag, and I don't think he got it, Matt. It's going to be close.
They're holding up.
That is number 11's the quarterback. That's Tanner Pierce. He's a junior.
They're holding up a fist for 4th down. So
yeah, I believe it's going to be 4th and 1.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them go for it, and it looks as if they are doing just that. I guess the quarterback wasn't exactly sure where he was on the field because he could have gotten it, or at least it looked that way.
So 4th and 1, big play. Kennett coming out of the shotgun. No running back in the backfield.
I'm going to say they're going to motion somebody in that backfield.
Here comes Jarrett in motion. They're going to run option with Jarrett back there. Quarterback.
He got that. Looks like
going to be short.
Maybe not.
And I don't think he got it, Matt.
I think you're correct. I was just.
That was an option play, so he didn't get it, and Sikeston will take possession. What a great start by the Bulldog defense.
Absolutely. Now, let me ask you this, Mr. Offensive Coordinator. We have our plays sort of scripted, and what were we calling that a couple weeks ago? You get a big turnover or something.
Oh, the sudden change.
The sudden change. Yeah. Do you go from that and go for the home run or swing for it anyway?
I wouldn't be surprised.
I think you do. That's just me, but I'm certainly not a coach. Not up there, not with the kids every day. Looks like we had a little miscommunication there.
Pass was incomplete, and Joseph Heckemeyer, the Bulldog quarterback, took the snap and just launched it, I think, assuming that C.J. Posey, who was on the outside on that side of the field, was going to be just running a fly.
And he was under some pressure, too. Yeah. He had to get rid of it.
He really did. I mean, Kennett was in there so quick. Joseph had to get rid of it. But we called it, Matt.
Yeah, we did. I did. I agree. You know what? It didn't work, but I think that's a great call. I totally agree with that call. Not that Coach Pulley is so concerned about whether I agree with it or not, but
That's handoff, I believe, to Satron Hampton. Actually lost maybe a yard or two on that play. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 12.
well, it's not exactly the way the Bulldogs are wanting this to go, but still, I bet we may be in 4-down territory here.
Very possible. Depends on what happens on this play. If you lose yards, you probably do punt. But
Well, that's true.
3rd and 12. Heckemeyer out of the shotgun. Hampton in the backfield. That's Connor Wallace in motion.
Well, they're
He's
coming
gotta get rid of it quick and way overthrown. They are coming basically untouched. The offensive line having some trouble figuring out Kennett's blitz schemes. So now that's 4th and 12. And really, I would think about punt. Yes, they are coming out just because of how those 3 plays went.
Just shifted in neutral there, and
Yeah.
I don't disagree with you at all, Deej. It's not going to be a big net there, just outside
No,
34.
You
and
just try to pin them.
yeah, if you kick it in the end zone, you've netted 14 yards, but
You try to get it inside the 10 if possible.
looks like the Bulldog offensive line is going to have to make some sort of adjustment to their.
Thornbrough with a high spiraling kick, and it's going to be a beauty if they can get there. And
That's
I believe
it?
that's perfect.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that is on the one.
Yeah, that is a perfect punt by Thornbrough and great coverage by the Bulldog punt team. That ball is literally just outside the end zone, Matt.
Interesting. You know, I went to the SEMO game last Saturday, and I was watching the punters warm up and do all those things. And when they were kicking it for distance, so to speak, they would kick a spiral. But when they would kick it, want it to check up, almost like a golf ball when it hits a green, want it to stop quickly, they would kick it with almost like a end over end, but backwards, like a kickoff, so it would hit and stop. And that was sort of I thought, I'd really never noticed that. Of course, I'd never really been that close, but we were down where our seats are, kind of down in the end zone. You could see that. That was really cool to watch them do that.
So Kennett backed up in the end zone. They're on the 1-yard line after that great punt. Jarrett, I believe. No, it's not
Did
Jarrett.
I'm not sure he got out of the end zone. Are they calling safety?
I don't see a safety
I don't
signal.
see anything yet. See the Bulldogs running up and down. Oh, they called it.
They got
Look
a
at
safety.
that. Wow.
So special teams leads to that safety.
Wow. That's what's called flipping the field and using it to your advantage. Yeah, he just didn't get out of the end zone. There is risk, as we always say, when it's short yardage and you want to run a quarterback sneak with not being under center. And when you do that, I mean, he's 5 yards deep in the end zone when he gets the ball. And so any sort of surge by the defensive line, they're back there and they tackle him. And so they never, I guess, technically tackled him, but they stopped his forward momentum, and that's where they marked the ball.
So big start there for the Bulldog defense.
Wow.
Got a 3-and-out immediately. The Bulldog offense went 3-and-out, and then Dylan Thornborough's punt to the 1-yard line set up that safety by the Bulldog defense.
You know, Deej, we've said it several times this year, but a kicker is a weapon, and we just proved that point right there. Not only kick it into the end zone and not, allowing them to run the ball back and not causing mix-ups on special teams and your punt coverage or your kick coverage, but just that right there, and kicking, the extra points, obviously, and then kicking any field goals that we might need. But that right there, that's a weapon. And now the Bulldogs are up 2-0. And, as they say, we get the ball. Interesting.
Safeties are such a demoralizing thing if
They really
it happens
are.
to you, and what a big boost for your team if you can get a safety. Now the biggest boost is if you can turn this drive into points.
That's the kicker right there. And I suppose you can onside kick on a.
I believe you can.
Well, he didn't. So
C.J.
Should have
Posey
decent field-
at the 28. He fumbled the ball for a moment, but he's got a little space here on a kick return. Brought down just past the 50, so pretty good field position to start this drive for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, you think where he caught it, you're going to have pretty good field position, and C.J. was able to turn a little bobble into probably a 25 or 30-yard return, or close.
So the ball will be on the Kennett 49. Let's see if Sikeston's line can figure out the blitz schemes by Kennett. That was a problem on the first possession.
Yep. They just pinned their ears back. They weren't even looking.
I mean, Joseph was literally getting hit as he was throwing it right off the snap.
Well, they've got two down linemen, an end, and then another end. They look like they're bringing 5 right now. So they're one-on-one. They picked it up there.
Heckemeyer scrambling, gets about 4 on that carry.
All right. Well, that's positive yards.
So Heckemeyer probably a little gun shy after the first possession. He pretty much took off at the first sign of trouble there.
That's positive yards for sure.
2nd and 6 now for the Bulldogs. No running back in. Heckemeyer on the quarterback draw. A lot of room.
Okay.
And he's still on his feet.
Wow.
And finally brought down inside the 30. 17-yard gain.
You know who that keeper reminded me of? Just a little bit. Jaqueline, the way he used to just sort of pick his way through there and not really just blow by people and run them over, just kind of picked his way through there. Great run.
Jaqueline Wiggins, one of the all-time greats for the Bulldogs.
Yep.
Carr Trophy winner in 2009 and played football his senior year and had never really played quarterback. He stuck him back there. And
Class 4 player of the year.
Class 4 player of the year.
It's unbelievable.
Satron Hampton, maybe a gain of 3 on that carry.
You think maybe Kennett's kind of reeling here just a little bit? It seems, I mean, after the Bulldogs were just out there 2 minutes ago and they couldn't even get a play off hardly.
Like I said, it's demoralizing when
you're right.
You get the ball back and it's on the 1-yard line, you run a play and you got a safety. So it's just really a backbreaker for if you get a safety against you.
Yes.
So we're on the 25 now. Hampton in the backfield. Heckemeyer out of the shotgun. 4 wide receiver set. Looking to the end zone to Wallace.
Ooh,
almost picked off.
Great play, though. Great defensive play.
That was a really nice defensive play by Brooks Nigut. It's N-I-G-U-T. So I'm trying to say the name right. I really have no idea.
Yeah, I'm not really sure, Deej. I'm gonna let you handle that one. Let's go with the French. Niju.
N-I-G-U-T. And he about intercepted that pass.
He just about did. He made a fantastic play on the ball.
Hampton with the run up the middle. It's maybe another 4 or 5.
It's going to be just short of a first down.
It's going to be 4th and about 2.
What do you do here, Coach Pulley? Look like he's bringing maybe
the field goal unit?
That's exactly what he's bringing in. That's a 37 or 38 yarder, something like that.
Ball will be put down at the 27, so a 37 yarder.
Yeah. Interesting.
Dillon attempted a 45 yarder earlier, but it was blocked.
Yeah.
See what happens here. He's
got the
plenty
leg.
of distance.
That's good.
Through the uprights, 37-yard field goal.
Wow. Dylan Thornbrough. Wow, would have been good from 47.
With plenty of room to spare. We finally got the chance to see him show that leg.
Yeah.
Like I said, he was going to attempt a 45-yarder against Charleston, and it never made it. It got blocked before it could even get up. And you got a good idea of what kind of leg he has. That thing cleared with plenty of room.
Oh, yeah.
37-yard field goal for Dylan Thornbrough.
Puts me in mind of the old guy my age, Kevin Collins, was a weapon. 5-0. It would be tough to get to 5 points in high school football.
One of those odd scores. Sikeston leading 5-0.
People are going to be looking at their score going, 5? That doesn't sound right.
6:54 to go in the first quarter. See if Dillon can follow that up with a bomb to the end zone here.
You think he's got to have a little adrenaline pumping right now?
Juiced up after that one.
Absolutely.
He's already off to a good start with that great punt, which led to the safety.
Right. We were just talking about it again. It's led to 5 points.
Basically, Sikeston has 5 points on special teams.
That's correct. Now, obviously, the offense had to move the ball down there in the field goal range.
Yeah,
but
Heckemeyer had a first down run
Yep.
to at least get it within range.
Yep.
So Thornborough to kick off to the Indians. He's
What
going to just
in the
pooch it. And Kennett recovers the kick. That looked like they were trying to catch him off guard.
I guess that's
Marshall Rogers with the kick reception. No return. He just caught it and kind of fell.
I'm sure that was directed.
I would think.
I can't imagine Dylan making that sort of decision on his own, so I'm confident that they being one of the staff directed him to do that.
Kennett with good field position now. They are on the 37.
They're not motioning him. Oh no, there's his running back right
Jordan
there.
Jarrett, the running back. He's got some space. Gets the first down.
Whew.
Maybe a gain of 14.
Number 5, Jordan Jarrett on the carry.
You see, he's got a burst of speed, Matt.
Well, I'll tell you.
Tackled by number 16.
What number is he? 6? No.
Ball placed at the Bulldog 38-yard line. Check that 48-yard line. First down Indian.
Oh, 5. And he is a senior. Good player, you can tell. Here it comes again, right to your good tackle.
Heckemeyer with the tackle.
That's exactly what I was thinking. That's who it is.
Heckemeyer does play some defense. He's one of the top tacklers on the team. Gain of 1 for Jarrett that time. I believe he was a 1,000-yard rusher last year. 2nd and 9 with 6:08 to go in the first quarter. Kennett taking their time on this one. Tanner
Got him
Pierce
out in the
back
flat.
to pass, finds a man open. Number 2 with the reception.
Oh, I thought somebody was pointing. I thought they said the ball came out.
Riley
Spencer.
Spencer on the reception. And quarterback zipped it in there, just a little short kind of hitch route. They only got about 4 on that.
It's 3rd and 6, and I would say the Bulldogs need a big 3rd down stand here for sure.
3rd and 6.
See what the defensive coach. They got that.
Tossed. They got extra blockers over there when they did that.
They do, but the Jarrett kid was moving forward when the ball was snapped. That's an infraction, isn't it? Yeah. See, Coach. Look at Coach Pulley. That's what he's telling them right now. He's like, wait a minute, you missed that.
They did signal it. So.
Oh, they did call it.
Yeah, they did. Signal.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Okay, I didn't see the flag. I didn't hear anybody say that.
I think you
I
can't
see it. No, I
It's
see
right
it now.
in front of us.
Yeah, and that's 5 yards from the previous.
Yeah, that
line of
play
scrimmage.
won't count.
Right.
So they will just back them up 5.
I was going to say that. I was like, heck, we all of a sudden in the CFL, he's moving forward.
Arena League.
Yeah, I love it. But that's against the rules. That puts him back behind the sticks. That puts him in a.
I believe. Oh, wait.
Illegal motion against the Indians.
Is that a 10-yard penalty? I don't know. That should have been a 5-yard penalty.
Well, Kennett's not throwing a fit.
They aren't.
10-yard penalty.
That should have been a 5-yard penalty, but they gave him 10. Unless I missed a holding call, I didn't see that signal.
Maybe they.
Quarterback Pierce running out. He's throwing deep, wide open.
My word, how did he get that open? Well, that stings.
35-yard pass. Yeah, that's a tough one because you have them backed up 3rd and 15.
Yeah. Probably dropped some guys back in coverage and didn't get a lot of pressure on the quarterback, and he rolls out, and guy just sat down in the zone basically, found a soft spot there and made a big play. Back to Jarrett.
Again. Gets a few, really out of nothing. He gets about 5. Not much there.
You know, that's a sign of a good back, Deej. He's sort of, the play kind of got gummed up in there, and the defense did a good job of getting a surge. And the next thing you know, he's picked his way through there and just grinding it out and picked up 5, and all of a sudden you're 2nd and pretty short.
I think old fella named Barry Sanders used to do that.
Oh, my
Make
gosh.
a lot out
with
of
the
nothing.
best of them. We got single coverage on this side, on our side. Bet they're going to look this way. Yep.
And Tanner
He's
Pierce
already looking.
to the end zone. He's got a man open, and it's a touchdown.
Wow.
Number 2, which is Riley Spencer with that catch.
Looks like they – oh, no, I was thinking their quarterback was staying out there. They were going to go for 2, but they are not. They are going for the extra point.
You really see that you give Tanner Pierce, their quarterback, time, and he has got a strong arm with a little mobility.
He looks like I guess he's their kicker as well.
It appears to be the case.
Interesting.
They're going to try a 2-point conversion, it appears.
Okay.
Jarrett's going to take the snap, and now they
And
moved. So that will draw a penalty
Not
flag.
exactly sure what happened there. Like they were just going to do a
Yeah, they're trying to catch
Trick-
the Bulldogs off guard.
trickeration. Kennett, I'm trying to look over their lineup, and I don't see, or their roster, I don't see a kicker designated, but that doesn't mean anything. Obviously, somebody's their kicker.
Yeah, they're going to go for 2 and try to get this lead up to 3.
Yeah.
Sikeston has proven they can kick long field goals.
Right.
Kennett wants to be sure they can get their lead up to 3-point lead. Now
Say they're going to run Jarrett out of the backfield, and there he is. They didn't look at him, but
And wide open again. So Tanner Pierce, on a couple plays there, finding people with ease, it looks like.
yeah,
Just
Yeah.
threading the needle through tight spaces, and those receivers are making the catches.
Well, I guess that answers the question of whether or not they can throw it. We knew they could run it, but it certainly looks like they can throw it too.
So with 3:50 to go in the first quarter, Kennett leads the Bulldogs 8-5. And we will take a quick break and be right back for the kickoff. So Kennett on the board. They converted a 3rd and 17. We'll try the onside kick, and that ball might be loose, but they're going to
That's
throw a flag.
It
And
didn't go 10. Oh, no, I guess it did go 10 yards.
that play will not
They-
count.
They were probably offside.
Yeah. If Sikeston recovers, you'd probably take the
Yeah,
ball.
he just,
Unless it's a dead ball. I'm not sure what the flag is.
Oh. They're calling it offsides, but it's like Sikeston recovered. Yeah, I think you just
Yeah.
take it there and move on.
You're gonna
Looks
have,
like that's what they're doing.
you're going to have good field position there.
Well, hang on. The officials are pushing them back off.
We still don't have a signal.
Looking at the white hat, I don't
That's,
see anything.
And
Nah,
here
there
comes
he
the signal,
goes.
offsides, which we
Offside.
thought that was the case, but I believe that is a dead ball, so they have to re-kick.
Okay, well, that makes sense.
Chris Stanfield is the white hat, veteran
That is
crew.
old Chris. That sure is Chris.
We spent some time with Chris when he was up here. He worked the play clock for a couple years for us.
Yep. Good guy.
5-yard penalty, a dead ball foul.
So that'll back them up 5 yards, and they will re-kick. Let's see if they want to try it again. They tried to catch the Bulldogs napping there,
right,
I think.
Right.
I don't know. See, Sikeston inching closer to each other, and Kennett will break the tight formation and go to a traditional kickoff
He's
formation.
not. Yeah, he's just 5 yards behind the ball. So what?
So it looks like Hampton will receive the kick at the 15. Hampton with a little room gets up to about the 33.
Okay.
About an 18-yard return for Satron Hampton. And the Bulldogs with decent field position, not as good as what it would have been had the had the onside kick stood.
Their kicker looks like his name is Blake Raspberry. He's a offensive lineman. You can tell he's a big kid. Sometimes an offensive lineman, when they kick like that, they set the ball, what they call it a watermelon kick, sitting the ball on there, it looks like a watermelon, they kick it, and it just goes everywhere. Makes it a little tougher to field and gather, I guess.
That was Tilson in motion, the give to Hampton.
Maybe
and
one.
Maybe a short gain. Well, Matt, you mentioned the big lineman as a kicker.
Brent Taylor.
Brent Taylor, my age, a classmate of mine, was our kicker for 3 years, sophomore, junior, and senior year.
Had the Mark Mosley straight on kicking.
And he had a flat-toed shoe for his kicking shoe.
Yeah.
And I always said
he
he's
the
biggest kicker in America.
Right.
Brent was 6'5", close to 300 pounds.
Right.
And he was the kicker for our team for 3 years.
I do remember that. Certainly do remember that. And I think he did the old watermelon kick, too, on kickoffs, from what I remember.
Well, Brent was, of course, a tremendous football player. Penalty flags blow that play dead. It'll be against the Bulldogs. That'll be false start, I believe. So 5-yard penalty against the Bulldogs. But Brent was a really good football player, and offense and defensive lineman. And
played at the University of Illinois.
Yeah, played for the Illini and was an offensive lineman for the Illini. He played in the Big Ten. So, I mean, that is –
we won't hold that against him that he played for the Illini.
We used to give him some stress over playing for Illinois because we're Mizzou fans.
That's right. Well, Wallner would be happy to know that.
Oh, yes, he would. 2nd and 15 now for the Bulldogs. Hampton trying to get wide. He's got a little space. And he gets about
pretty good
10.
Yeah, picked up pretty good gain, making 3rd down very manageable at this point.
Hampton, one of the fastest members on the team, maybe the fastest.
Yeah. You can tell he
certainly the quickest.
Yeah. Got the edge set, and he was able to run away from the lineman that was chasing him. He had no chance to get him.
3rd and 4 for the Bulldogs here. Ball on the 43. Hampton up the middle.
Bounces it outside. Picked up the 1st down, looks like. Oh, they're going to mark it.
They're going to say he stepped out, Matt. So it's going to be 4th and 1. And
maybe?
I thought Mr. Stanfield was going to signal first, but
I can't see this.
Yeah, the spot is a yard short. It's 4th and 1.
Coach Pulley's not begging, that's the wrong word. He's lobbying for a 1st down. Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to go for this. Play clock has been ticking through all that confusion of where to put the ball.
I think you got to get under center. Great. That's what happened here?
I believe timeout for Sikeston, and Heckemeyer was going to have that 1st down. So that play won't count. Sikeston called time before the snap.
Okay.
And when we get back, it'll be 4th and 1. Big play coming up for the Bulldogs. Back to action here. Sikeston faced with a 4th and 1.
Interesting to see what Coach Pulley has for the play here, but we're bunched in there tight, almost like a little victory formation at the end.
Wouldn't be surprised if it's a sneak.
Maybe Satron's just going to shove him forward.
We're going to try to get him to jump off sides.
No, they're
only
going.
A 1
he
count.
got it.
He did get it.
Yeah,
got it easily.
Easy, yeah.
But he did try to get him to jump with a 1 count.
Or something.
With a 1 count, and then went for it on 2. I'm sure that's what was discussed. So pretty easily on that.
Very good.
Gain of about 4, actually.
Again, my limited football knowledge, I think everybody has their own thought process and school of thought, but my goodness, if you're needing a half yard or a yard, why would you start 6 yards back?
Quarterback sneak, in my mind, is very effective. Going deep.
Oh, he's open if he catches it.
Yeah, it was great coverage, really. So,
yep.
Is that I was going for Posey.
Good pass. The defender didn't have his head turned. That's why I thought he might be able to get to it.
Just streaking down the field. It was a pretty well thrown ball.
Yep.
But just blanketed.
Just covered
by
him very well.
Kennett defensive back. I'm trying to get a number on him. I really
hard
can't
to see. You would think that the black against the white uniform, we could see it, but it's
little bitty numbers.
Yeah.
Number 3, that's who it is. J.T. Williams was the
caught
one on the
2-point
coverage.
conversion, too.
So I believe a safety. So 2nd and 10 now.
We're under 5 seconds to get this play. We got it.
Hampton, nothing there. And he just does all he can just to get back
to the line of scrimmage.
Maybe
picked up.
May have gained a short yard.
Yeah, maybe a yard.
Nothing there. He was immediately swallowed up by the defensive unit of the Kennett Indians. 1:40 to go in the first quarter. And it's now 3rd and 9.
You think I was going to say, it looks like we're going to pass it. We have nobody in the backfield with us, so.
5 wide. No running back.
It looks like they they didn't blitz.
Going deep again and overthrown that time.
Well, they got him.
You had Connor Wallace over there. May have been intended for him. You had C.J. Posey and Wallace both. I'm not sure who that ball was thrown to, but it was overthrown.
That was Connor. Yeah, Connor was on the outside. I'm still a fan of the slant, Deej. I watched it all weekend last week with the college football games, the NFL. I'm just a fan of the slant. It is so difficult to defend.
I don't know why these offensive coordinators don't listen to our broadcast.
Why don't they listen? I mean, my years of experience as an offensive coordinator, they ought to be able to glean something from my knowledge.
4th and 9, Thornborough to punt. Snap a little off, but he's able to handle it. Little rugby style
right,
punt there, not bad. Inside the 20.
Yep.
So you'll take that most times.
Yes.
About a 32-yard punt for Thornborough that time.
And I know he doesn't have when you're doing it's a little different, but that snap was kind of to his right. It sure looked like he had a lot of green in front of him to run it. Now, I'm sure Coach Pulley would have probably, had he gotten it, he probably still would have gotten an earful, and certainly would have gotten an earful if he hadn't gotten a first down. But he did what was right. But just from here, it sure looked like it.
Especially the way the snap went, and it kind of got him moving that direction anyway.
Right.
So let's see if the Bulldog defense can respond. They got picked apart on that last drive. Kennett, a little flea flicker from Kennett. Wide open if he'll catch it. And that was caught by J.T. Williams.
Well, wow.
A little trickeration, as you say, Matt. A little flea flicker. Handed off to the running back. Pitched back to Tanner Pierce.
Interesting score I've got already. Jackson is down 7-0 against the O'Fallon Panthers. It's at O'Fallon.
That was a 50-yard pass play.
Got another score here. Fredericktown up 19-6 on East Prairie. Thank you, Rod Anderson, for the updates. I think the demoralization from the safety has worn off.
I think so. Number 20 that time. See if I can get a number or a name. Daniel Boatman. With that run, see, he's got a little bit of speed.
He was the thunder and lightning, as they say.
Clock ticking. Kennett on the move again.
Inside 30 seconds now of the first quarter.
That's Jarrett on the carry up the middle. He's kind of working his way ahead, gets about 3.
The way his head jerked down looked like a face mask, but obviously they didn't see it or call it. That's probably going to be the last play of the first quarter, Deej, looks like. Yeah, they're just going to be content to let her go down.
So Kennett kind of pulling out a few tricks here. Onside kicks early, and a flea flicker that
Flea flicker.
I can't tell you the last time I've seen a flea flicker in high school, at least.
Right.
It's been a long
We
time.
used to play it in sandlot football. We used to have the flea flicker all the time.
You'll see it in the college game here and there, but
Yep.
I don't recall the last time I've seen it in a high school game.
Yep.
So that's the end of the first quarter. Kennett leading the Bulldogs 8-5, and we'll be back here in just a minute. And we're here at the start of the second quarter. Matt Tanner, a little music trivia. Name that tune that our Sikeston band is playing.
That's Iron Man.
No.
I mean, wait.
Dun, 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 dun,
That's
dun.
Beavis and Butthead.
No.
I mean,
Oh
they
my
do
gosh.
that. That's,
No, that is
yeah, I knew it was Iron something. Iron Butterfly.
that's Smoke on the Water
Oh,
by
well.
Deep Purple.
Yeah, that's what I meant. That's what I said.
Oh, my goodness.
Well,
I
my
don't even know you
70s
anymore.
music trivia is a little lacking.
I don't even know you.
Sorry, Deej. We can look at Amazon or look at our iPods and exchange. That's not my musical genre. I do know Brandy, though, by Looking Glass.
Yeah.
That's a classic 70s
Great
tune.
song. So Kennett with the Wildcat formation. That time Jordan Jarrett lined up at the quarterback spot, got about 4.
I think Beavis and Butthead did air guitar that song, didn't they?
I don't know.
I don't even know you, Deej. You didn't watch that?
I did
Back in the
watch
day?
a little Beavis and Butthead. Yes, I did. Who didn't when you're in the mid
When
90s?
you're 15 or whatever.
And it's 3rd and goal at the 4, maybe the 3 even. Kennett, they're going to think about it a little more, calling timeout. This is 2 big plays. I don't know if Kennett has a field goal kicker or if they're even interested in a field goal. Sikeston can get a stop here. That would be huge.
Would be a big play. Would be very big. Now, Deej, you've even got D1 commenting on here. One William Hollifield calling my music trivia knowledge a disgrace. That's kind of tough, isn't it? That's kind of rough. I mean, a disgrace? I mean, you put me on the spot, Deej.
We were both whistling off the air. I assumed you knew that song.
Well, I do know the song. I know the lyrics. I just didn't know the groove. I just off the top of my head, hey, I froze under pressure. What else? I mean, my apologies.
Smoke on the water. That's that song. And the band plays that. They play that every year.
They
I
play
think.
it a lot. They play it a lot. Yep. Well, the horse or whatever that's called. Who sings it? Come on.
I don't
Let's
know.
go. Come on. They're a disgrace if
That's
you don't know.
one of those well-traveled songs.
Right.
A lot of
And
remakes.
I don't know either. I was just hoping you might know.
I don't.
And actually, I don't think it's like. Is it called The Horse? I thought there was actually.
I believe it's the horse. Yeah, which is as much the Sikeston staple as any
right,
song they play.
Right.
So Kennett up to the line. It's 3rd and goal at the 3. Jarrett gets the
they had
handoff.
somebody
and
back there.
waltzes into the end zone, untouched, basically. And Kennett extends their lead to 14-5 with 11:15 to go in the second quarter. Let's see if the Indians looks like they're thinking about a 2-point conversion. Now they're going to try the kick. It looks like.
Well, they'll get tricky. That song is The Horse, and it's Cliff Nobles and Company. That was on the tip of my tongue, Deej.
The kick is through, it appears. Yes. So the quarterback, Tanner Pierce, is also the kicker, so he boots it right through. And it's now 15-5 in favor of the Indians. The Indians showing their talent level, Matt.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's just not by happenstance. You don't become that skilled and that talented by just walking out on the field. You can tell that they put time, obviously not just now, but in any sport, typically your growth and your improvement is done in the off season. And you can tell that they certainly work on it during the off season.
Well, keep in mind, most of the players returned from a team I believe was 13-1 last year. So most of these guys played on a team that made a deep playoff run, did not even lose a game. So lots of experience, lots of talent returning for this team. They've had a couple disappointing losses.
Yeah.
Well,
they lost to two good teams. It's not like they.
Yeah, and two good teams.
It wasn't somebody that they.
But I think most would think that going into those games, Kennett was the favored team.
Possibly.
Very
possibly.
Of course, last week, Kennett had several people banged up and injured and did not even suit up.
Yeah.
So that may have played a role as well. The kickoff to Hampton. He drops it, picks it up at the 13. He's got a little space coming wide. He's going to get up to the 30.
Oh, he laid a lick on somebody.
He did.
Knocked the hat off of him. Nice. Or somebody's hat was rolling around.
So Hampton gets it up across the 30 and knocked out of bounds at the 31. He did lower his shoulder and laid the thunder.
Deej, I'm a fan of providing the hit and rather than taking the punishment. I'm in favor of dishing it out. I'm a fan of it.
He is listed 5'7", 150 pounds. So
that's
not much load
wet,
there.
That's soaking wet with the pads on, and he laid the wood.
He showed he's got a little thump in those pads.
Yep.
So Hampton gets that handoff, loses a couple yards. But yeah, we've not seen Hampton run with authority. That was on a kick return, but like that. Usually he's kind of the speed guy trying to get away and outrun you, which is probably the smart play as fast as he is.
I agree.
2nd and 12 now. Hampton on the carry going wide to the other side. He gets a couple back, so it's going to be
get back to the 3rd and 10 probably.
3rd and 10. Sikeston has not completed a pass. They are 0 for 5 passing the ball tonight. Well,
this would be a great.
Oh, there's a penalty. I did not see the flag. So
false start against the Bulldogs. I just don't.
Does Kennett want to take it?
Or a legal shift maybe or something. I
only got 2 yards on that carry. Kennett may decline this penalty.
Right, just to take the down.
Let's see what they want to do. Legal procedure of some kind, and they're going to take the penalty.
And the yardage.
5-yard penalty.
That backs them up 5. It would have been 3rd and 10. That's pretty enticing, but this puts Sikeston way back there at 2nd and 17. Maybe 2nd and 16.
Yeah. Well, maybe we can find somebody open.
Hickemeyer looking to Posey. He catches it. First completion of the game goes for really no gain.
Wow.
Pass complete to number 6, C.J. Posey.
Somebody, Kennett's down holding his abdomen. Number 7 looks like. Marshall Rogers.
3rd and 17, Bulldogs.
No. Looks like he's going to try to shake it off. I said his abdomen. Maybe it's his wrist. I can't tell. Sort of doubled over at the waist.
3rd and 17 now. Hickemeyer looking long again. He's got Tilson, but couldn't connect. Tilson broke open.
Yeah, he had him.
That's the closest Sikeston has come to completing one of the deep balls. And just a little overthrown beyond Tilson's grasp. And Sikeston's going to be forced to punt with 9:29 to go in the 2nd quarter.
Well, we've talked about it before, being on this, I guess, on our near side of the field and throwing that pass to the outside of the numbers is a tough pass. Again, there's so much yardage, and Joseph made That's actually a pretty darn good throw. We
And-
just couldn't connect.
And hurried. There was,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He was under pressure again.
Uh-oh. Oh, boy.
They blocked that one. That one's going to go out of the end zone. They got the safety back, Matt. So
Interestingly,
Thornborough's
they did.
punt blocked, and it had so much velocity, it blocked backwards out of the end zone. So that's
Wow.
a killer because now Kennett gets 2 more points, and they still get the ball back.
And the ball. What? Speaking of, wow. That when I saw that snap high, I knew that was not good news.
And
Is there a flag?
Some kind of flag. I didn't. Unsportsmanlike, is that what it was? I'm not sure. He pointed Sikeston's direction. Was he saying a sideline infraction? Is that what he was saying?
I can't.
Here, he's going to give the signal here. That's unsportsmanlike against the Bulldogs. So that's another 15 yards.
I wonder if they'll just back us up 10, half distance to the goal, and now we get to kick from the 10.
Yeah, that's right. I believe you kicked from the 20
Right.
on the free kick after the safety,
Wow.
and that'll back it up to the 10.
Because of the safety, Sikeston will now kick off to the Indians. With the penalty, Sikeston will kick from the 10-yard line.
So Kennett is going to have excellent field position
Right.
following this kick.
DJ, I guess obviously I missed the unsportsmanlike. I didn't see what happened. Obviously it was there. I'm sure there was. I'm not sure. I don't see our sideline sort of protesting or anything, so evidently it was there. I'm not sure what it was.
I never saw the flag.
I did not.
I was just talking about what just happened, and next thing I know, Mr. Stanfield's giving signals. I was like,
Yeah.
what happened?
Well,
So
Dylan-
Thornborough was going to kick from the tee this time. We had a little controversy earlier this year, and they said you have to punt it. I said, no, you can kick from the tee.
Yeah, I think that's right.
So he
can't-
booms that one.
That's a pretty darn.
That's Boatman.
Oh, great tackle
And
there. Yeah,
nice
very
job.
good tackle.
I believe
Tell
it
you
was
what.
Tilson.
Tell you what, that's pretty. It was Daquan Tilson. That's pretty good coverage.
And he
kicking
got him
from
and
the
just
10.
held on. And
He
sometimes
did.
that's all you can do.
That's it.
You grab and
Waiting-
hold on.
Waiting for the cavalry.
And that could have been a disastrous situation because Sikeston was backed up so far, and Kennett could get a great field position. But first of all, a great kick
Yeah. Oh
from
man.
Thornborough.
Man, what are
He
you talking
received
about?
that kick about the 35. He kicked it from the 10. So 40, it was a 55-yard kick. And Tilson with that tackle to help save on the return. So Kennett with a 1st and 10 at the 48. Tanner Pierce back out of the shotgun, looking to pass.
Well, there's not. He's
Not
not, under
much
much
pressure.
duress. Oh,
That's
there's
a
a
block in the
flag.
back.
There's a flag, and they did not call it.
And I believe the Kennett guy knew it. The pass was incomplete. The Kennett player knew it.
Yeah.
It wasn't called. That was it was pretty clear to us up
I
here.
looked pretty
with
clear.
our very expert commentating.
Yeah. To our expert refereeing knowledge here, and from our angle, that sure looked like we used to call it a clip, but now it's a block in the back or whatever.
Be 2nd and 10. Sikeston dropping more guys. They
Right.
didn't. They only brought about 3 on that play.
Right. Yeah, and you're not going to get much pressure with just 3.
And Kennett's going to call timeout with 9:06 to go in the second quarter. Kennett's going to talk about it. We'll be right back.
Timeout, Indian.
2nd and 10 for the Indians. 9:06 to go here in the second quarter. Tanner Pierce, the quarterback, back out of the shotgun. Man coming in motion. And they're going to run an option play.
Yep.
Jarrett trying to get outside.
Oh,
that's Preston Smith, I believe, that forced him to
tell
cut
you what,
back.
that's pretty good tackling there in the open
That's pretty
field.
good defense. There's some late hits going on there. I believe I saw a penalty flag down, so let's see what we have here.
I sure don't see anything. Oh, I guess there is. Okay. As usual, I stand corrected. I don't see it, so it's hard to say.
He dropped it right on the sideline. Now they're going to wave it off.
Wave it off.
That's Sikeston, pretty good defense on that play. Excuse me, that was Tristan Brotherton. I said the wrong name. Number 46, Tristan Brotherton, was able to force the running back in, and really only a gain of 4 when there was a lot more there.
Sure did look like there was a lot of open field ahead of him, and that with that kid running, you'd be a little concerned.
Boatman scampering ahead, and he's going to be close to the first down.
That's probably the right term to use, just sort of scampered. Boy, it looked like they had him
Tell you what, he's quick.
hemmed up.
A lot of quickness on his end.
It's hard to see the angles, obviously, that he's looking at, but from our vantage point, it sure looked like they had him hemmed up behind the line.
So it's a 4th down play, Matt.
Well, and they're not scared to go out of the shotgun on 4th down. You think this is a pooch?
Now they're going.
Yeah. And oh.
He's got it. So only needed 1, and he got about 2. Maybe 1.5.
Tackle by number 46, Tristan Brotherton.
38 yards rushing on 10 carries for Jarrett.
First down, Indians.
And another Kennett first down. So 1st and 10 at the 42. Pierce back to pass. Hits the man on the swing
route.
And he dropped it. That could be a live ball, but they're going to blow it dead.
Is that a
Incomplete
forward pass, I
yeah.
assume?
Yeah, I believe it was. But you saw how Jarrett was at least had the wherewithal to.
He did.
He dropped it, and he said, well, I better pick it up in case it was a lateral.
Did we have that happen this year? We threw one.
We did. It was a lateral, and I believe the Sikeston player did not dive on the ball and ended up being a fumble. I believe that was against
that Dexter, maybe?
The Dexter game, yeah.
Yeah.
So 2nd and 10. And with trips left. Pierce.
Well, got a little pressure
from Heckemeyer. Heckemeyer was able to
force him out there.
Force him out of the pocket, and he runs out of bounds after a gain of about 2, maybe. Well, maybe no gain. That's where they got it marked.
Yeah, they're marking him pretty close to the original line of scrimmage. Okay.
So Heckemeyer kind of came untouched on this side. And Pierce just took off running the opposite direction. And
Joseph did a good job just sort of chasing him out of bounds and not allowing him to pick up much yardage.
So it's 3rd and 10.
7:44 left to go in the second quarter. And the clock stopped, I guess, when it went out of bounds.
Pierce looking deep again. Going deep. Got a man wide open, and that's another touchdown. So these players are finding those seams, the holes in the Bulldog defense. And that was Spencer, Riley Spencer on that reception.
I think he caught the other one too, didn't he?
Yes, he did. So that one goes for 41 yards. Another Kennett touchdown. So, yeah, 2 touchdown receptions for Spencer. He's got 3 catches for 60 yards. J.T. Williams has 2 catches for 85 yards. They've caught every Kennett pass, those 2 players. Pierce for the extra point. Gets it up and through. So 7:36 to go in the second quarter. Kennett 24, Sikeston 5, and we'll be back in 1 minute. back at it after the Kennett touchdown. Kennett establishing control of this game, Matt, after Sikeston really kind of surprised them with the early safety.
I would say they did.
A couple defensive stops, and Kennett has not gotten much on the ground, so they've gone to the air, and they are really, truly picking the Bulldog defense apart.
Well, as we talked coming into the game, I would have probably done something similar to focus on that ground game. Now, in my certainly limited knowledge of watching Kennett play this year, they certainly are not a stranger to throwing the ball. And like I said, being 6-2, you're going to be able to throw it.
Little short pooch.
Oh boy, somebody get on it. Yeah.
And I believe Tristan Brotherton with that reception. Sikeston's going to have good field position after that. That's not technically an onside kick. I think just kind of a little pooch kick right there in that dead area, and hoping one of the Sikeston guys misplays it so Kennett can recover. Sikeston has not been able to get any offense going at all. Just a couple first downs.
Other than that drive right after the safety, they moved it down the field pretty nicely. Boy, they are just daring Sikeston to throw. There's 9 guys in the box.
Heckemeyer rolling.
Oh,
he's got Wallace.
He might. Well,
and we got a catch. Wallace is still on his feet.
He's trying to strip the ball.
Still dragging his defender. And
that was
Wallace.
The Jarrett kid.
That was Sikeston's best play by far of the night.
Absolutely. Well,
37-yard play to Connor Wallace.
You could see Kennett was just daring Sikeston to throw the ball. They had 9, 10, 11 guys in the box. And then once he caught it, you could see the Jarrett, the running back actually, but obviously he was playing defensive back then, not tackling him per se. He was holding him up, but he was trying to strip it as he was running.
That's a dangerous game because you're giving up yards each moment you don't get the ball stripped away.
Right.
So Heckemeyer rolling out again. This time looking for Wallace. It's overthrown. So Sikeston kind of almost a similar play. Heckemeyer rolling out, throwing on the run. And Wallace, again, had his man beat. It would have taken just a pinpoint perfect pass to get it there.
Well, sometimes not sometimes, when you roll your quarterback out like that, you are interesting, by the way. They just pulled Joseph Heckemeyer off the field. I don't know. Maybe that's.
Schiadrick Schrod is in at running back.
Okay.
Is that Posey? CJ Posey in at quarterback?
Yes.
So CJ with his first action at quarterback.
Okay.
I believe we have a wild dog or wildcat
whatever
formation. Let's see what they got planned here. That's Jonathan Green coming in motion. And CJ's just going to tuck it and run. Let's see if they can get some blocking for him. And not too bad.
No.
They got a penalty flag down too, I believe.
Number 6, CJ Posey on the carry.
I don't see the flag, but
All the way back on the other side.
so it must be some sort of legal procedure, I'm assuming. Anyway, what I was saying about Joseph earlier, when you automatically roll him out, you're trying to buy a little extra time. Did they just call the penalty? I didn't. Was it a motion
procedure against Sikeston? So that was about a 6-yard run for Posey. Pretty predictable what was going to happen.
Right.
He's not going to throw a pass.
Right.
You don't
Right.
envision that. And you just try to get some speed going, and he picked up about 6. But it doesn't count. That's going to be a 5-yard penalty against the Bulldogs.
See, they're coming with the call here. Yeah, some sort of procedure.
Procedure or formation penalty.
Yeah.
And they weren't on the ball. Okay. There's a lot of things that signal can
means
mean.
traveling or
So that'll back up Sikeston. They've had a couple costly penalties in this first half. They're on the 36 now, and it's 2nd and 15. Here comes Heckemeyer trotting back out, and now we got a penalty against the Bulldogs sideline. This will be an unsportsmanlike penalty.
Flag on the sideline.
So that'll be a 15-yarder against the Bulldogs. Coach Pulley out there pleading his case. I think they disagreed with that previous penalty, the formation, if it was a legal formation or whatever it was.
Right. I didn't see anything. I wasn't looking for anything specifically. Coach Bays he strenuously disagreed.
Strenuously disagreed
Or
on
strenuously
that call.
objected, right?
Yes.
It's
So,
not going to help the cause here. But I get it. Frustrations mounting, so to speak, and find a way of coming out.
I've been on a lot of sidelines, Matt, in my years, and the abuse that some of those sideline refs have to take, you
no
wouldn't
doubt.
believe it. And they
No
have some
doubt.
pretty thick skin
They
most
do.
of the time.
My brother, well, you know my brother, he officiated football in Mississippi and Tennessee, and he was a side judge.
Heckemeyer looking deep
Look
to
at
Posey.
him. Look at him.
And that's going to be 6.
Holy moly. Look at Coach Bays. Where is he? There he is. There he is. Little redemption there.
Yep.
Oh, no. No. There's a flag.
There is a flag
Are
down.
you serious?
And Coach Pulley is beside himself.
Hold?
Call holding against the Bulldogs. That would have been the quickest hold ever because that play was snapped and thrown quickly. But that will come back. Huge play for the Bulldogs. Does not count. And Coach Pulley
Is not very pleased.
giving an earful.
I didn't see that one.
I mean, it was.
I'm sure it was. I mean,
it was such a quick play. I mean, really, Heckemeyer just took the snap and threw it
right
just immediately.
And CJ just ran underneath it. Is what happened.
I mean, a perfect pass and catch. So,
I don't think Bulldog Nation is none too happy.
and Sikeston's going to call time, and Coach Pulley
He's
to discuss
going
this-
after him.
wants to discuss
he
this
wants,
further.
Wants further discussion.
So we're gonna talk about it ourselves off the air.
Right,
We're gonna
right.
take a quick break. We'll be back in 1 minute. So that timeout, Matt, was basically a giving the ref a piece of your mind timeout and asking him what he sees. So you had Coach Bays talking to one official and Coach Pulley talking to the white hat.
Well, Deej, I always try to be the eternal optimist, and sometimes in basketball, sometimes technical gets your team fired up, and so to speak, you hope that. Now we're second and 79 or whatever it is. It's going to be tough to do that here. Now, certainly, we scored on the previous play, we didn't score. Let me back up. We had a scoring play.
Pass complete to Keandre
There's a
Sherrod.
flag. There's a roughing the passer. We're going to get 15 and probably the first down. I think that's an automatic first down.
That was a nice play setup.
Yeah.
Keandre Sherrod comes in, gets the reception,
Yep.
and it is roughing the passer, against Kennett.
Wow.
So
now, I did not see that. I mean, I saw the roughing, but I didn't. Wow. Usually Kennett's A little more disciplined than that, I would have
That was a
expected.
22-yard reception for Sherrod, and I believe that is an automatic first down, if I'm not mistaken. And Sherrod's play got him within striking distance of getting a first down.
Well, the 15 yards. Roughing the passer. Automatic first down. There we go.
So 15 yards tacked on to the end of the play.
Tell you what, this has been an interesting, more than two actual minutes, but probably 2 minutes on the clock. There's still 6:21 left. I think we started with 7:39 or whatever it was.
They still don't have the change set.
Yeah, that's a first down. They're signaling first down.
It would have been 3rd and 4. So I mean that you could tell how much ground Sikeston made up just on that play alone. But the automatic first down.
Well, they
changes
picked up. You saw what happened. They looked like they picked up the blitz, and they were able to kind of catch them off guard as well.
Trey Sullivan with their own flea flicker. That's picked off.
Oh no!
And I don't know if anybody's going to catch the Kennett linebacker there. And he's going to return that for the touchdown. That was 54 for Kennett. That is Aiden Tidd. So Sikeston tried their own flea flicker.
Wow.
Heckemeyer got hit as he threw, and it was picked off by Aiden Tidd for the touchdown. A lot going on that drive, and it ended well for the Indians.
My gosh. Wow. A foul on Kennett? A flag?
Flag on the play. Foul against the Indians.
What in the world?
Personal foul.
Excuse me.
15-yard
Kennett
penalty assessed.
got a personal foul, it looks like. Maybe during the return or after the play was over. I'm not sure. So dead ball foul. The touchdown will count. And now Kennett will have their point after try way back at the 19. I don't know if they can kick it that far. They may have to
I
go
was
for
going
2.
to say, I'm not sure that some of the – now, maybe he was just expending enough energy to get the ball over the crossbar, but
I think they're going to have to try a 2-point conversion here.
yeah, that would be
Yeah,
37-yarder or something like that. Or no, 20.
29-yarder.
Yeah, there we go.
So Kennett for the 2-point conversion. Looking deep to the corner of the end zone. Nice defense by Posey to break that pass up. And no good. So Kennett with the big interception return extends the lead, Matt. 30-5 with 6:01 to go in the half.
What that does, it was 24-5, and then all of a sudden it could have been 24-12 or 13, and you really feel like, obviously you're obviously a lot closer now. It's 30-5, and you really had points taken off the board on a penalty, and we just sort of shot ourselves in the foot with that. I mean, the sack, or excuse me, the interception is really no one's fault. He got hit when he was trying to get rid of it. That's just happens. But man, gosh, bringing that back on that penalty is a kicker.
Yeah,
and then still picking up the first down. After all of that, the unsportsmanlike on the sideline, the holding or whatever the holding on the actual touchdown pass, and we still go back and pick it up. Oh, that's a backbreaker.
It's about a 70-yard play, just a perfect pass from Heckemeyer to Posey, and went for the touchdown, but they called holding to wipe that play out. And like you said, Sikeston was backed up, I believe, 2nd and 40.
Well, I'm not sure it was a lot.
I believe it was 40, 2nd and 40, and Sikeston was able to get a first down off a big play and then a roughing the passer.
Yep.
But it ended up well for the Indians, and the Bulldogs are way behind now. See if they can get some points before the half. So Hampton on the return. He's got Posey lead blocking and swallowed up about the 28-yard line. 5:55 to go in the first half.
Return on number 4, Satron Hampton.
Plenty of time for the Bulldogs to try to put something together here. They really have not gotten any offense today. All 5 points, you can really thank the special teams.
Was there a flag? Oh, they just called. They had offsetting penalty. Did you see that?
I didn't see it. No, I guess it was offsetting
penalties.
So the ball stays at the 31.
First down, Bulldogs.
Oh, I thought he was at the 28. What the heck happened? I guess. Whatever. Sox really need to score here to go in with a little momentum into the half. Certainly, if they can score and then keep Kennett from scoring.
Incomplete.
That just about was a boy. Those tip balls like that are those. 13 could have picked that off and been going the other way pretty quick.
That pass pretty much in the hands and dropped. So
yeah, I think CJ would tell you he probably should have had that.
Second and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Got to keep grinding though. Got to keep pushing.
And penalty flags.
That's looks like Kennett's offside on that one. They're pointing toward Kennett.
And it is against the Indians, so that's 5 yards. Kennett has racked up their own amount of penalties here.
Yeah. They've been able to overcome them so far.
They've got 5 penalties for 40 yards.
Offsides on Kennett, 5-yard penalty makes it 2nd and 5, Bulldogs.
Sikeston has 5 penalties for 45 yards. So 2nd and 5. Sherrod in the backfield. He's going to get this carry. Stood up immediately.
Not sure he got back. Yeah, he lost a yard.
Lost a yard on the play.
Loss of 1 on the
It's Sherrod's first official carry of the game. I think he had one other and it didn't
Was
count.
wiped out with a penalty or something.
He did have a reception for 22 yards.
Yep. I was wondering if maybe he was hurt, and I just didn't say a while ago. Maybe he had a internal. Maybe there was a message sent. Who knows? But good to see him on the field.
Sherrod is the leading rusher for the Bulldogs this season.
Lot of
Heckemeyer
time
looking
there.
deep again, overthrown and picked off. So number 3, I believe that's J.T. Williams.
Oh,
He is tripped up by Posey. That's a nice interception by Williams. That pass was overthrown. I believe there is another penalty flag.
in the world.
Way back.
Personal foul against Kennett.
Against Kennett. I think it might have been.
Wow, roughing the passer.
flag on the play.
May have been roughing the passer again.
Wow.
Which that would wipe out the interception.
Yeah.
So that will not count. Sikeston will get the ball back. I did not see the personal foul, Matt.
I did not. I was looking up and looking at the play. But I heard someone in the booth here mention the flag, and sure enough, it was there. Not only will it wipe away the interception, they're going to pick up a first down, and wow.
He didn't say roughing the passer. There's a specific call
no,
for
you're right.
that.
There's the hands going down or whatever.
I'm not sure.
Maybe he hit him high or something. I don't know.
Some kind of extracurricular going on there that we didn't see.
Looks like we're going with the wild dog here.
Yeah,
Notice
Posey
Joseph
back
come out. I
So
wonder if they can throw out of this, Deej. I'm just wondering. Because the defense is certainly not going to be expecting it.
I don't know what kind of arm CJ has.
Oh, snap. Just get on it. And not now.
So that snap went right through CJ's hands, which is kind of the danger when you put in
Someone not used
new
to.
guy back there. He's not used to that. And sometimes you'll see that happen. You see that happen in the college games. Whenever you see these guys, they pull it in their wild dog formation or wildcat, and
Right,
the snap will go right through them.
right. Just not used to it. Just don't get the same reps as a quarterback does during the week.
Not used to that cadence, that rhythm.
Right, right.
So backed up way back, 2nd and 31.
This is nothing. We picked up 2nd and 40 a while ago. This is child's play.
Quarterback draw by Heckemeyer. No gain on that play. Maybe even lost half a yard. So 3rd and 32 now. Clock is ticking, 3:55 to go in the first half.
I would think the Bulldogs at this point, being this yard in distance, would be content to burn some clock here.
Play clock is under 10 seconds.
I'm going to have to hustle.
Heckemeyer rolling out. He hits Jonathan Green with a gain of about 5. Yeah, they marked him up at the 35, so a gain of 6 for Jonathan Green.
It's going to be under 3 minutes, or be under 3 minutes by the time this ball snapped.
So Sikeston's forced to punt. The game clock is right at 3 minutes now.
Now we're under 3.
The Kennett return man is deep, ready to receive this punt.
And we're going to get a flag called on us unless we take a timeout. We did not.
And that will be delay a game against Sikeston. So took too much time.
Yeah.
Trying to run some clock, but too much time on that one. And that's 5 yards. Thornborough, a lot of room. He had his last punt blocked.
Yeah. Snap. Whoa.
Another tough
That was
snap.
a quick snap.
Yep.
My goodness.
Great roll.
Yep.
And ball goes out of bounds. So
I didn't even think our offensive line was set.
at a 35-yard punt for Thornborough there. He had to get rid of it quick because Kennett was
did.
coming again.
They were pinning their ears back.
And Kennett will have 1st and 10 at the 36. They will have 2 minutes and 34 seconds and 1 timeout.
I would say that's plenty of time for them.
Tanner Pierce back to throw, under pressure. Working
looking
around the
I was
pocket.
going to say he was trying to throw. He wasn't interested in running. He was trying to pick up some yards.
And, well, I guess they gave him a yard on that. I
Yeah.
thought they had him for about a yard loss.
Uh-oh, got a Bulldog down.
But they did give him a yard pickup on that play. Injury timeout. So that'll be 2nd and 9. Can't see who the injured player is.
Not sure.
Maybe Tristan Brotherton. So they're going to tend to the injured player. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. I believe Tristan Brotherton being helped off the field. He's putting very little weight on
Favoring that right, or it'll be his left leg, I guess, wouldn't it?
Kennett now with a 2nd and 9.
We got trips on this side. That's an interesting formation. He's open over here on the flat, and they missed him.
Trace Sullivan comes in from behind and gets the sack. So Tanner Pierce taking too much time on that one. He had all kinds of time.
Yeah.
And he probably should have just took off running if nobody was open. But Sullivan got the sack. Loss of 1 on that play.
And he was under a little duress, but that Riley Spencer at number 2 again, he was open out here on this side in the flat. Just ran a long out and over by the numbers, and he sure looked like he was open from here.
3rd and 10. Play clock down to 5 seconds. Game clock at under a minute and a half. Another trick play coming. They threw back to Pierce.
That was
nothing doing there. Sikeston was ready for it. Kennett's pulling out all stops in this playbook today.
Yeah.
Little throwback pass to the quarterback. That was not as executed quite as well as that flea flicker they ran earlier. So
no, Sikeston called timeout.
Sikeston takes time. They're going to see if Kennett will punt.
Under the assumption that they will punt.
It's going to be 4th and 9. He only got a yard pickup on that play.
I don't know. It's an interesting call being up 30-5 with a minute to go in the first half. I I don't know the players or the personnel, and I'm not at practice all the time.
Maybe they do this stuff every game.
Yeah, I don't know exactly.
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe they may run 10 of these.
I don't know if I've seen quite the arsenal of trick plays that they've tried tonight, though.
Right,
Quite a while.
Right. They've had half a dozen, seems like, already.
I can tell you years ago when Sikeston played Roosevelt, I think Roosevelt ran maybe 10 hook and lateral plays.
Oh my gosh.
It seemed like the entire game was trick plays and hook and laterals and double reverses, and it was pretty wild. That was, my gosh, that was probably early 2000s when that happened. So Kennett with a 4th and 9. I don't see a punter.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if they would go for this.
Looks like they will line up. Try to pick up a first down here. Only a minute 19 to go. That's Jordan Jarrett coming in motion. They are going to quick kick.
Okay. Well.
And not going to be any return on this one.
Wow.
So pretty good roll there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So they did. Kennett, another interesting formation. Brought Jarrett in motion and just kind of a quick kick. Lots of trick plays for Kennett. That was over a 40-yard punt. And mainly because of the roll. He had a great roll on that kick. So Sikeston will have a minute and 9 seconds to go nearly the length of the field. The ball will be placed at the 19. Sikeston has no timeouts left.
We're going to have to use the stoppage of play on a first down, get out of bounds, some big gainers. Typically, the middle of the field is open on those because the defense knows that you're trying to get out of bounds. A lot of times, that middle of the field is open.
Heckermeyer rolling out again, hits Trace Sullivan, a little short gain.
He did catch it.
Caught it inbounds. Clock ticking away, about a gain of maybe 3 on that play.
Might need to go just a hair faster.
I don't know how interested Sikeston is in.
Yeah.
Really getting after it, trying to score here. They are a long ways away. Fake inside, set up the middle screen to Trace Sullivan. So another catch for Trace, and he's got a first down.
That will stop the clock.
So Trace Sullivan with a couple catches in a row. Sikeston with no timeouts. Clock is ticking. Sikeston's going to clock it. So 26 seconds to go in the half. Sikeston looks like they are interested in going the length of the field.
Second and 10 Bulldogs.
I get it. I would be too. Yeah, just their sense of urgency seemed to be lacking early in the
The way I look at it, Matt, why not?
What do you have to lose?
You need points.
Right here, he's on the out, and he missed him early. That's got to go earlier than that.
He got hit as he threw, and that one was almost picked off as well.
Yeah, Connor was open when he broke out on his route. He was open, and Joseph probably just didn't see him. But
so 3rd and 10, 22 seconds left in the half. Joseph took a shot there right when he threw.
Yeah,
I think he's feeling that one.
I was just going to say, that doesn't feel good on the old wing there. Well, they're content to throw it again.
Throwing to Posey. Posey with the catch. He's got some space. He gets well, he didn't get out of bounds. I thought he was running out. Now he's out of bounds.
Now he's out.
So a nice catch and run by Posey, just a little short. Maybe kind of a little short screen on the outside, wide receiver screen. About a 28-yard pickup for Posey.
Are we getting close to field goal range here? But usually it wasn't the NFL or college. They get to the 30 or 35. We're going to probably have to get a little closer, I bet.
Depending on what happens. Let's see what happens here. Could be the last play to have. Another little screen to Wallace. That's another first down. And now they got to get up there quickly and spike it. There's 4 seconds to go. They have to line up very quickly.
Yeah, they stopped it. They're not.
And they get the spike off. And now they got a chance at another field goal.
I was going to say, do we kick it?
Well done by the Sikeston offense.
Yeah, absolutely.
The most offense Sikeston has had all night long is right here on this drive.
That's right.
And a good job by Heckemeyer and his receivers. Little quick passes, little quick screens on the outside.
34-yarder, and they better get this play off because they don't have any timeouts. So
yeah, it'll be a 34-yarder. Ball will be placed at the 24. And we got a stoppage here. Kennett still has a timeout. I thought they were out too. So Kennett's going to freeze the kicker, Matt. You don't see that in high school very much, do you?
Well, not in the second quarter and you're up by 25. It's not typically a strategy that I have seen used a lot, nor one that I might have used. But, hey, that's why they're 6-2 and I'm up here calling the game, right?
Well, they're not near as good at banking as you are. We all have our strengths.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And as they say, Deej, you and I have a face for radio, right?
That's right. Very quickly, Heckemeyer's racked up some passing stats.
Yeah.
See if I can get.
Seems their defense was probably playing some soft coverage there and allowed for some open spots, but that's okay.
131 passing for Heckemeyer. Wallace with 2 catches for 65 yards. Now, I am very unofficial on the stats this year. I let the coaches do it off the film. So, back to it. 3 seconds to go. Last play here. Let's see if Thornborough can knock another one through the uprights. 34-yard field goal is going to be
it's short.
Short.
Wow.
He didn't get much leg into that one.
No, the snap and everything was kind of.
It was a little off, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So field goal just a little shorter. It would have been nice to see him kick that one through, but I don't think it had much chance once the snap was kind of
just
bobbled.
Throws the whole timing off and all those things.
Yeah. So half-times, Kennett 30, Sikeston 5. We'll be back. We have a 20-minute halftime tonight, so we'll be back in about 20 minutes and give you some halftime scores and stats.
And Kim Whitehead. The drum major is Allison Jones. The band will step into the wacky world of Shrek and perform the songs All-Star and Funky Town. Drum major Allison Jones, is your band ready? You may take the field and exhibition. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we will recognize our senior band members. These students have worked very hard, have become strong leaders in this band program, and will be sorely missed. Please welcome senior Kyle Day. Kyle Day is the son of Cass and Mike Ward and Bethany and Chris Day. He plays the bass drum as part of the drum line for marching season. After high school, he wants to continue his education and pursue a career in the science and medical field. Senior Kyle Day. Senior Tanner Eaton. Tanner Eaton plays the clarinet and is the daughter of Betty and Kevy Eaton. She plans to go to Murray State to become a veterinarian assistant. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Tanner Eaton. Senior Lila Eckert. Lila Eckert plays the trumpet and is the daughter of Brian and Kate Adams and Diane and Joseph Eckert. She has been the trumpet section leader for 2 years in the marching band. Her freshman year, she was a part of the concert band that earned a 2 at large group contest, and her junior year, she was a part of the symphonic band that earned a 1 at large group contest. She is also a member of the jazz band for the past 4 years. After graduation, she plans to attend college and study chemistry and anatomy, continue wrestling in college, and to join an Air Force ROTC program. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Lila Eckert. Senior McKenna Jenkins. McKenna Jenkins is the daughter of Katie and Ronald Jenkins and plays the snare drum in the drum line and is the drum line section leader. She received a silver medal as part of a percussion ensemble in 2021 for solo and ensemble contest. She is also a member of the jazz band. After high school, she plans to go to Southeast Missouri State to receive her bachelor's degree. Senior McKenna Jenkins. Senior Jaden Knopple. Jaden Knopple plays the trumpet and is the daughter of Leah and Adam Knopple. She has been section leader in marching band for 2 years and concert band for 3 years. She received medals with the band all 4 years for the large group contest. She has been a part of the jazz band for 3 years and was awarded 2 musicianship awards and 2 instrumental music awards. After high school, she plans to go to college at Brigham Young University in Idaho and major in music education and minor in animation or Greek and Roman mythology. Senior Jaden Knopple. Senior Annalise Montez. Annalise Montez plays the clarinet and is the daughter of Melanie Montez. She has received the Band Leadership Award for the 2021 school year. She has also competed in the state solos and ensembles competitions for 3 years as part of the Mixed Woodwind Trio. She has held the position of section leader within the band. After high school, she plans to attend college and pursue a career in optometry. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Annalise Montez. Senior Jordan Pavelka. Jordan Pavelka plays the French horn and is the daughter of Sydney and Nicholas Pavelka. She has been awarded first chair in all-district band and earned a gold in solo and ensemble contest at state her junior year. She was elected band council president and serves as the low brass section leader. She has also received a leadership award in band. After high school, she plans to go to Southeast Missouri State University and major in accounting and music performance. Senior Jordan Pavelka. Senior Katie Payne. Katie Payne plays the French horn and mellophone and is the daughter of Nicole Payne and Jack Daniels. She has been in marching band for 4 years and played with both symphonic and concert band, receiving medals all 3 years. She has received 3 musicianship awards and 2 instrumental music awards. After high school, she plans to go to college at Kentucky University and get a degree in psychology and criminal justice, and after college become a state parole officer. Senior Katie Payne. Senior Sienna Sanders. Sienna Sanders plays the alto saxophone and is the daughter of Kiana and John Sanders. In the band, she received the musicianship award her junior year. She held the position of section leader in the band and was a member of the band council. She plans to go to college and study popular music performance and creative writing. Ladies and gentlemen, Senior Sienna Sanders. As is the tradition at Sikeston High School, the senior band members will now assemble and will finish by performing the school song alone, The Red and Black. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for our senior band members.
Here
Almost back for the start of the third quarter. Only about a minute 40 to go before we start. And Sikeston Bulldogs trailing the Kennett Indians 30-5. I am Derek James along with the president, Matthew Tanner. And a few halftime stats for you. We mentioned Joseph Heckemeyer's passing right before the half. He has 131 yards passing with 1 interception. And Connor Wallace, the recipient, 2 of those passes for 65 yards to lead the Bulldog receiving attack. Not much rushing to go for the Bulldogs. Heckemeyer actually leads the team with 25 yards rushing on 3 carries. I am an official stat man, I will say. So C.J. Posey, 2 catches for 28 yards, and Keodrick Sherrod, 1 catch for 22. Trey Sullivan, I believe his first 2 catches of the season, 2 catches for 18 yards, and Jonathan Green, 1 catch for 6. Kennett, not much on the ground themselves. Jordan Jarrett is their main ball carrier. He only has 38 yards rushing on 10 carries. Pretty good job by the Bulldog rush defense. However, different story in the passing game. Kennett is really picking apart the Bulldogs in the passing game. Tanner Pierce, their quarterback, has 145 yards passing, 2 of those going for touchdowns, and efficient. He is 5 for 7 passing.
Wow.
Now, I'm probably missing some stuff. I'm not the official guy, and I get to talking, so I may not mark everything, but that's what I have. So
Gotcha. I got a couple of scores here. Looks like in the third quarter, Jackson is tied with O'Fallon 7-7, and I talked to some folks from Jackson, and they said going in they thought this would be their toughest test all year. And I'm sure this game's at half. In the second quarter, Fredericktown's up 32-6 on East Prairie. Portageville is up 46-14 over Crystal City at half. Grandview is leading Chaffee in the third quarter, 27-18. And Cape Central at half is up 20-7 over Francis Howell North. That's all the scores that I have right now.
Jackson in a dogfight tonight. You don't see that much here in the last few years.
No, I actually talked to some folks today, and the friends of mine, some folks I work with from Jackson, and they said it's going to be a really tough game. And it's up there in O'Fallon, so.
Here's the thing. Jackson, of course, they won the state championship in Class 5 last year, and they were basically unchallenged the entire season. I mean, they rolled through everybody. I mean, even in the final, semifinals and the championship, they wasn't even really close. And, of course, the year before, they lost in the state championship in overtime to Carthage. So they have had it going up there. They've had it going for several years, but they've had it state championship good the last 2-3 years.
Right.
This team, however, as good as they are around here, and they are the best team around here. There's no bones about that.
Right.
But maybe not quite the stacked powerhouse that they were a year ago.
Okay. I will trust you on that. I didn't realize that.
I'm just basing it on the scores that I've seen, and I didn't see them. I didn't see that game, but they've had a few closer games. They played Cardinal Ritter and
played them twice this year.
Yeah, played them twice, and only, I put that in air quotes, only beat them by 20 points.
Right.
Which last year's Jackson team beat everybody by the turbo clock. So.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, back to it. Kennett kicking off in the second half. Another little squibber. And Sikeston does come up with it. Those are tough kicks to handle.
Looked like he just about.
Is that Riddle? 83. Bo Riddle, I believe.
Yep, that's who it is.
He was nice.
Looked like he took a knee to the back of the head. That was kind of a weird play. He caught it and turned. And I thought he was injured the way he kind of was there for a minute, but I guess he was just covering the ball up. Take a shot to the head, regardless with the helmet. Sometimes that'll be a little stinger almost.
Heckemeyer throwing and it's dropped right in the hands. That one should have been caught.
Malachi Kellum.
Little short, kind of little out, quick hitch or something, whatever you call it.
5-yard variety. He was wide open. Almost like almost like he was posting up. He just was there, and he turned, and ball was on him, and he just missed it.
Another quick one. So Sikeston, you can tell, has adjusted their passing game. That one went to Connor Wallace. They've especially on that last drive right before the half, quick passes because Kennett was getting the pressure on Heckemeyer.
That's what's so tough to defend. It's so quick. It comes out. You can't get any pressure. And, of course, with that same vein, your receivers have to get open. And, of course, that quick, they're not running 40-yard routes. They're running something 5-yard and a hook, or a 5-yard and a slant or something. They're quick hitters.
3rd and 6. Heckemeyer dropping back, looking deeper this time. It's barely overthrown. Jonathan Green streaking down the field.
He wasn't initially open, but you saw him pull away from the defender right at the end, and the ball was just thrown a little bit too far.
Jonathan with some good speed. He's a track athlete. One of Sikeston's faster guys.
He just went straight up the seam. It didn't look like he did made any moves, so to speak.
Sikeston started this game with a 5-0 lead. They got a safety right off the bat after a beautiful punt by Dylan Thornborough. Pinned the Indians at the 1. Sikeston got a safety on the next play. Then Sikeston got the free kick and went down and kicked Thornborough kicked the 37-yard field goal. So this punt is fielded by Jordan Jarrett.
Yep.
He got about 10 yards on that return. A pretty decent little return by Jarrett. Penalty flags coming in late. After that play was dead.
Oh, now see, I missed the flag.
That one came from the white hat, so that's going to be something in the neighborhood of late hit, perhaps. Unnecessary roughness, as they say. No, block in the back against Kennett.
Interesting.
So he threw that flag all the way from across the 50. That will back the Indians up 10 yards, I believe, from the spot of the foul.
Seems to be a lot of infractions tonight, and it's certainly, it's 9 o'clock basically, and we just started the third quarter. It's gonna be here. Get the old coffee out, Deej.
It's gonna be a late one.
That pushes them back, look like to the 22, so it's certainly in Sikeston's advantage, maybe.
Faking the handoff. Fisher giving pressure.
Yeah,
nice job by Mark Fisher. He took Tanner Pierce down as he threw. Oh, excuse me, that was Brian Timms as well also.
That was sort of a slow developing play. When that happens, defense sure gains a lot of ground on you in a hurry. That seemed to just kind of take a while.
Give a little plug to Mark Fisher. He does his cadet teaching over at Lee Hunter where I work, and I get to see him on a daily basis over there, and we talk a lot of football. And
I can imagine.
Of course, Mark is a guy, I've known him since his junior high days, and what a great kid, great young man.
Awesome.
And he is a 3-sport athlete. He wrestles.
Really?
And also a track and field thrower. So he does a lot of things. He was one of Coach Engel's wrestlers. Timeout by the Indians, by the way, with 11:28 to go.
Well, it was obviously developed from his junior high coach.
Obviously.
Yeah, that's where the development came from.
I believe he did not make state in wrestling, but was just short, if I'm saying that correctly. But he did go to state as a thrower, a discus thrower in track and field. So.
Now, did you coach the field athletes?
No, I did the sprinters.
That was not. Oh,
I did the sprinters.
so you can't take credit.
I can't.
Was not under your tutelage.
I did talk to him, so maybe that made a difference. Sometimes maybe my presence helped him along. Who knows?
Absolutely. If Deej is around, just ooze. Winning is oozing and dripping off you, Deej. I agree.
Thank you. I will take that compliment and run with it.
Absolutely. I tell you, when you've taken other assignments in the Sikeston athletics with the tennis team, but and we're in good hands this year with. I'm not sure how we didn't push him out, but he's getting ready to score.
And I don't see any flags, so somehow, some way, Jarrett tiptoed the sideline there.
Okay.
And ran 78 yards.
Well, I was just going to say,
touchdown.
there's the rushing stats we're looking for.
I really don't know how that happened. Poor tackling mainly.
I was in the middle of a story. Heck, I thought they had him pushed out of bounds.
Jarrett just took the sweep, went wide, just basically made it to the sideline. But Sikeston had a chance to push him out of bounds and didn't
Half
do
a dozen
it.
times there, yeah. Sort of looked like we were trying to tackle him and rather than just shove him out of bounds.
That was a 78-yard run by Jarrett. You can kind of see why we featured him in before the game kicked off.
Right.
You can see what kind of ability he has. He's got some speed, he's got some moves, got some creativity, and obviously a little strength there to hold off a few of the tacklers.
Right.
Now 37-5 with 11:11 to go in the third quarter. Kennett in total control of this game after Sikeston got the 5-0 lead.
37 unanswered, as they say.
Couple bad breaks in the middle of that.
Oh,
I mean,
my
Kennett's
gosh.
obviously the superior team as
Right.
they're showing, but Sikeston had the touchdown that got called back.
Right.
And then about 2 plays later, Sikeston throws a pick six. So there's a few things that have happened that would make this a lot more respectable for sure.
Yep.
But those things happen, and you have to clean up some of those things. And I'm still scratching my head on the holding on the touchdown pass that Sikeston had.
I talked to some Sikeston faithful at halftime when I
Yeah.
went down. Went down from the booth, and there was some head scratching and some questioning.
The only reason I say so, and we can't tell what happened
No,
from up here,
no.
but it was such a quick play. It was just take the snap, hike, and throw that quickly, and a holding was called just on the play. I was like, how's that happen?
Yeah.
But he saw it.
Well, he did, and that's, one play certainly didn't. It's not going to.
No, it won't affect the outcome. I'm
Right.
just saying,
The outcome
I'm just
is
saying the respectability of the score
absolutely.
was impacted. This is Trey Sullivan on the return.
There you go.
He's lowering his head and gets pushed out of bounds right on the sideline here. Decent return by Sullivan. Sikeston will have 1st and 10 at the 46
I like
with
it.
good field position.
Again, I'm a fan of dishing out the punishment.
Yeah, he lowered his head. Said, if you're going to tackle me, you're going to feel it.
That's right. Let them know you're here.
In the third. See if Sikeston can get some kind of offense going. That's Keodrick Sherrod trying to get wide. He gets a couple.
Just never could get the edge set there, Deej. Kennett did a good job of stringing that out and just taking on the blocks and holding the blocks and then not allowing the lineman to get off their block and get in front of him, and just was nothing there.
Sherrod only 2 carries tonight. That was his second. He caught a screen pass for 22 yards earlier in the game. They've done that throughout the season. A few middle screens to Sherrod that seems to have been effective. Here comes Kellum in motion. Oh, the running backs ran into each other, and they couldn't get the play off, and Heckmeyer takes a loss on that play. That was messed up somehow after the snap, and the running backs collided. And that is a loss of about 8 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 16.
Getting behind the chains is a tough spot to be in, and it seems like we've been there a lot.
Heckmeyer steps up. Oh, underthrown. He did a good job of stepping up in the pocket.
Yeah, avoiding the rush, and it's exactly taking 2 steps forward.
He had Posey, but just kind of underthrew a little bit. It was almost intercepted. Sikeston will be forced to punt again. Thornborough has gotten a lot of work tonight. Several punts. He did kick a field goal and attempted another field goal that came up a little bit short. Row with a booming punt this time.
Yep.
Nice
Good
roll.
Sikeston roll there.
That's Boatman on the return. He's trying to get wide. He's got some speed, and he does get out there. Sherrod with a nice job of just barely getting enough of him to get him out of bounds.
He did. He caught him. That's a great effort. Got a flag.
Yeah, that was great hustle by Sherrod.
Absolutely.
He is
absolutely
not the fastest player on the team, but he was hustling.
Well, and also, Deej, I don't know if you noticed, he took a really good angle to that as well. He cut the angle down and got there and was able to force him out of bounds because he's fast.
You can tell Boatman has a lot of speed, and Sherrod really working on that play to get him at least pushed out of bounds. But none of it matters because there's another flag on the ends, a block of the back. So that will back him up from the spot, another 10 yards. Lots of penalties for both teams tonight. So the Indians are now at the 17-yard line.
10-yard penalty at the spot of the foul.
Hey, Glenn, do you know when they're going to do the check for the cancer thing?
I'm sorry?
You know when they're doing
Still got Jarrett in there and the Pierce,
I don't have my
their quarterback.
scripts here.
Their
Or not script, but the agenda.
I don't have anything about that.
9:08 to go in the third quarter. Kennett now has their personnel. Tanner Pierce at quarterback. Hands off to Boatman. Boatman trying
Jarrett
to bounce it out.
leading this block.
Boatman gets a few. Who got that tackle? I was trying to find. It may have been Sherrod. May have been Brian Thames. I never got a number on who made the tackle. Got about 7 on that carry by Boatman.
Number 34, Trey Sullivan.
Boatman's a little smaller. Very
I was
fast.
going to say, he's pretty doggone quick.
This time Jarrett on the carry, trying to get outside. He does get outside.
Uh-oh.
Lots of room. Jonathan Green able to hold him up just long enough to get some help, but not before Jarrett gets the first down.
Tackle by number 8, Jonathan Green, and number 34, Trey Sullivan. Ball placed at the 39.
Unofficially, I have Jarrett for 131 yards rushing on 12 carries. 78 of those yards came just a couple plays ago.
Just going to say, he had a big.
At that point, he had 38 yards on 10 carries. Sikeston was doing a really good job of containing Jarrett. That run you just saw, 15 yards, is his second longest run of the game. Boatman, maybe a gain of 1.
Number 20, Daniel Bowman, ball carrier.
33 and 34.
Tackled by number 33, Calvert
Sherrod, one of those tacklers. I believe Brian Timms also in there.
Gain of 1 on the play, 2nd and 9, Indians.
Sikeston's really struggling to try to dial up the right defense. Seems like, again, I know he's had one big run, but they've done a pretty good job outside of that, sort of on the ground.
Against the running game, Sikeston defense has been pretty well on point outside that one
We'll
long
agree.
one. That ball popped loose, but I think he was down.
I was going to say, it's hard for us to hear a whistle up here.
Look who came up with it again.
Connor Wallace.
Every time there is a loose football, Connor Wallace seems to be around it.
Yep. Got a nose for it.
Now, it was blown dead, but I'm telling you, we've watched the games all year.
Yeah.
Every time Connor Wallace is around the loose football.
We got an Indian. Is that number 2? Is that Riley Spencer? I hate to see him. Hope he's okay. He's limping off, not putting much pressure on that leg.
So it'll be 3rd and 5. Clock continuing to tick in the third quarter. 7:15 to go. Indians looking to add to their lead. Bulldogs hoping for a stop. Hand off to Boatman. And he's close to the marker. Maybe a gain of 4. It's going to be 4th and 1 for the Indians.
I'm going to say they're going to go for it. That would be
I would think so. They've been aggressive this entire night.
Right. I don't expect them to stop now. especially when they're trying to get the mercy clock, or the turbo clock, as they say. That's what they're angling for.
There's no doubt.
He could quick kick it. He did it or he did it one other time, but I'm going to anticipate them going for it. Yeah.
And
it looks like the Bulldog.
And it's going to be close.
Ooh, initially they had him behind the line, but I think he got it.
He had a little surge. There was Jarrett on the carry.
Well,
They did have him short, and I think he had a little second effort that may have been enough to get the first down. Let's see. Yes, he did. So
wow.
they had him short just a little, but he gave a little second effort there.
That'd have been big.
Gain of 1, first down Indians.
So fresh set of downs for the Indians. They're at the 49-yard line. 6:20 to go in the third quarter. Boatman up the middle, a lot of room to go.
Uh-oh.
Sikeston converges.
It's a good tackle.
Jonathan Green at least held him up.
Yeah.
And that was about a 20-yard run for Boatman that time. A lot of room on that hole up the middle.
Uh-oh. Jonathan Green's pointing to his shoulder. I think he got a stinger there.
Connor Wallace, number 33, Keldrick Sherrod.
He laid the hit there. And
Uh-oh.
he's just going to go down. They're going to have to stop the game here. He laid a good hit, but he probably took a hard run of it,
He
too.
took one just as much.
So we're going to take a little break here while they tend to Jonathan Green. 5:56 to go in the third quarter, and we'll be right back. So, injured player is off the field. It's 1st and 10 for the Indians. Boatman on the carry up the middle. He's got a lot of room.
Oh, boy.
And he's in. Touchdown for the Indians. And you can see the speed on that carry right there, Matt.
I'm telling you, he just put his head down, and when he got through the first level, he was gone. And all of a sudden he was in the secondary, and they just couldn't catch him. Good play design, good execution by Kennett. Now they're up, 38 points now? 39 points now?
44 to
Nope,
3.
nope, he missed
No,
it.
he missed it.
Yep. So is that so how does that work in the third quarter now when you're up 35?
Clock will move continuously, other than maybe touchdowns and penalties, things of that
Okay.
nature. Fourth quarter, it runs continuously, I
Right,
believe.
right.
Big college isn't for you. To take
They've
a
kind of
closer look at Three Rivers College.
had some amendments to that
Right.
mercy clock rule over the
Right.
years,
Right.
Training for more hands-on careers like nursing,
and they've made adjustments to it quite often, actually.
Yeah.
robotics, and
But I think the current rule is it will run continuously, even if you're out of bounds or incomplete passes, other than maybe penalties and a scoring play.
Right. That's
And
probably a
timeouts,
good
of
thing.
course.
There's no reason to just bury a team. If you're up by 35 or whatever, and run the clock and move on. And
Well, I've said it on the air before. That is the greatest rule in the history of high school sports.
Yeah.
For both teams.
Absolutely.
If my team is the team ahead and you're just whipping somebody, I'm ready to get this thing done and over. You don't want to risk any
Injuries,
crazy injuries or
exactly.
anything wild going on. And when it gets so lopsided like that, a lot of times you get some animosity and
Yep. It can get chippy real
pretty
fast.
chippy and things happen.
Yep.
You want to get this win and get out of here.
Yep.
If you're on the losing team, you're ready to get it over with.
You want the end to come quick.
So Kennett
They've
to
got
kick.
another kicker in.
That's a new kicker.
Uh-oh.
That's a live ball.
Nobody picked it up.
Nope, that was a live ball, and Kennett got it back. Maybe not knowing the rule there, but that ball is not a punt. That's a live ball. You have to go get it.
Yeah.
Kennett will recover that kick.
And I don't think that was by design. I just think that was where the kick went. And maybe I can't imagine him
it wasn't
kicking it onside. But
malicious onside kick.
Yeah, I
No.
guess that's what I mean.
They just kicked it, and Sikeston didn't recover.
Kind of squirted that way off his foot. And they went down and fell on it. And they can't advance that, correct? Or
I think they could.
the kicking team cannot advance it. Yeah,
Okay.
there we go.
I got you. And that's Jarrett. He's going to make his way towards the end zone. Looks like he's going to be a little short.
Number 5, Jordan Jarrett, the ball carrier.
All the way down inside the 5, probably at the 1. All of a sudden, Jarrett is racking up a big game.
Yep.
He has 156 yards rushing on 14 carries
First and goal.
with only 38 at the half. Kennett's at the 3-yard line, so Jarrett didn't make it quite as far as I thought. They're going to give it to Jarrett again. And
they
a
marked
little
him
short
short
on that one.
Yep.
Gets a couple.
Jarrett on the carry.
It's going to be 2nd and goal at the 1.
Second and goal at the 1 for the Indians.
Hand off to Jarrett again. He got you down there. Why not? Give him another one.
Keep
And
feeding
he's in
him.
there.
Number 5, Jordan Jarrett.
He did the work, and he got rewarded with the touchdown. And Kennett with another score. That one didn't need to happen. Sikeston
No.
pretty well handed that one to them. They need to recover the kick. And Kennett took advantage.
Right. Got a couple scores here, Deej. Let's see. Oop. Trying to.
That kick was blocked. You can't return an extra point kick.
Got some scores here real
So-
fast, Deej.
Oh, excuse me, man.
No. Go ahead. Finish.
I just scores 49-5 with 3:48 to go in the 3rd. Go ahead, Matt.
Got Grandview over Chaffee, 34-26 in the 4th. Dexter Dexter beat Malden 13-0. That is a final.
Well, that was a forfeit game. Yeah.
Oh.
Malden.
That is correct.
Malden
I
didn't
did read
play.
that. That's
So,
right.
And due to the points that you get for district play, you get
The
13
full points or whatever. Cape Central is up 33-29 on Francis Howell North. Oh, that looks like all I've got. I don't see a Jackson update. Come on, Rod, you're falling down. We need a Jackson score. Thanks, Rod, for sending. Oh, what did I miss one there? Oh, there we go. Hey, ask and you shall receive. Jackson up 24-10 in the 4th quarter.
Pulling away.
Yeah.
Going to remain undefeated
And-
with that win.
I don't know. It doesn't have a time. It just says 4th quarter. It would surprise me if Jackson did not hold on to that 2-touchdown score or 2-touchdown lead, I should
Another
say.
little squibber. Sikeston recovers that one. I believe that was number 35.
Kickoff by number 9.
Rashid Abu Kadir on that return.
Return by number 35.
So now the clock is moving again. Bulldogs
Just under 3 minutes and 30 seconds.
Still in the third quarter. Very long game tonight. A lot of penalties, a lot of scoring. Mostly the scoring, of course, by Kennett, 49-5. You get a lot of scoring, a lot of penalties. That's going to slow your game down.
Yes.
So now the clock is moving, and Bulldogs are going to try to put some kind of drive together. They need to put some points on the board. They haven't scored a touchdown tonight. Penalty flag in from the back judge.
That's usually the holding area. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I was thinking, I don't know what that would be.
Only about 2 yards on that run. Kennett has a man down. Illegal substitution, I believe, or illegal participation. So Kennett with that penalty. I believe that's too many men on the field.
And, well, we've had some injured players tonight.
It's been a physical game.
It really has. We were talking
You know.
about that kind of off the air. There's been some good hits, very physical. I know the score is sort of out of hand for Sikeston, but
15 yards on that illegal participation penalty. Kennett has racked up their own set of penalties tonight.
Kennett's a good team, but I think if they have a similarly matched team with this many penalties, it's going to cause them problems as they go forward. Now, maybe this is not a typical night for them as far as penalties, but
I'm sure the Kennett coach,
I'm
while
sure.
he's happy probably that they will win this game,
Yes.
he's not happy with all these penalties.
Yeah.
Heckemeyer, nice play right through the hands of Trey Gorman. That was a pretty play by Heckemeyer, stepping up in the pocket and putting the pass right in the hands, and Gorman could not hold on.
And for those baseball fans, looks like Houston is up 2-0, the bottom of the sixth on the Red Sox, and Houston is already, and they're leading that series 3-2, so they're trying to get to the World Series.
That's the ALCS of cheaters, is it not? Both teams screwed the Dodgers out of the World Series with their banging on trash cans and their electronic tapping devices they have.
Oh, my gosh.
Is there a way I could make both those teams lose?
But at least you're not bitter over it, though, Deej. At least you're way over that, and you're not.
Of all the years that there's cheating going on, it happens to come against my team.
Dodgers.
Both years, both teams.
Interestingly, if you remember back a few years when the Cardinals played the Dodgers, of course, I was at the game where Matt Adams took Kershaw deep. There was a lot of talk going around in some baseball circles. Kennett's lined up off sides here. And they did not. Oh, they did call
There's
it.
your
Okay.
flag. Thank you, Matt.
Yeah. There were some talks in baseball circles that he tipped his pitches.
I heard that before.
And there's no cheating to that. That's just picking that up. If you tip your pitches, that's on you. But Matt Adams sure launched that curveball because Kershaw has a nasty curveball.
And he was unhittable up to that point.
No, that's the crazy thing.
Yeah.
Right. He comes in and you're thinking, man, and then he sat on that curveball and just launched it.
Here's the thing about stealing signs is as old as baseball.
Absolutely.
But it's one thing to sit there
you're
and use
cheating.
electronic beeping devices on your body and
yeah.
whatever they're banging on trash, whatever they're doing. I don't know.
No, that's cheating.
The electronic devices, I couldn't believe that when I heard that. But anyway,
Hey, there was a slant.
there was a
I like
slant
it, but it was
overthrown.
open. It was open. They didn't connect.
Malachi Cullum, pass incomplete, 4th and 5, Bulldogs.
I thought I had one. I was looking for it. I thought it was
So Bulldogs now with a 4th and 5. Clock is ticking away here in the third quarter. Sikeston needs to get 5 yards to keep this drive going.
Looks like Kennett's just going to rush 4 here. Well, no, I see the linebacker creeping up, or both of them. Now they got one extra.
Brought some blitz.
Throw it.
And had to throw that one away.
Uh-oh.
Heckemeyer took a shot.
Yeah. They had one too many to block. They had 6 rushing. We had 5 blocking.
They disguised it pretty well.
Well, they did. I saw him. You could see him creeping up.
Yeah.
I'm sure Joseph knew they were coming, too.
Quarterback's job, recognize where that pressure's coming from, and you got to go to your quick hitter.
The what do they call that? Your hot route.
Your check down, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that is the end of the third quarter. Kennett leading 49-5. And we're going to take a break here for 1 minute. We'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2021 regional champion Sikeston cheerleaders. Freshman Caroline Blanton, Mackenzie Coker, Leah Kopp, Landry East, Meredith Trojan, Sophie Hunt, Kylan, Haley Preston, Lily Robbins, Lorelai Chan, Evie and Brady Young, Annabeth Baker, Haley Cat, Kelsey Cow, Olivia Cat, Kaden Gray, Julia Sanders, Catherine Trump, and Christiana Staples. Juniors, Linda Kerr, Claire Durrell, Morgan Fitzgerald, Mariah Horton, and Emily Riley. And your seniors, Kelsey Anderson, Anika Ortiz, Chloe Bleak, Zoe Robinson, Aubrey Wheeler, and head cheerleader Haley Kim. And your coaches, Jessica Jordan, Jan May, and head coach Betsy Colwick.
Third quarter is over, Start of the fourth quarter. Kennett with a 1st and 10. Kennett starter still in the game.
I would think they would go to more of a ground game, would be my guess, but I don't know that to be the case.
Jarrett bouncing outside. He's dangerous when he gets out there. And pushed out of bounds by Jace Riddle.
Picked up a 1st down. As we talked earlier, the clock will roll continuously because they are ahead by more than 35 points. We'll see what the Bulldog defense can do. Sort of knowing they're gonna run now. That's not Jarrett still, is it?
Yeah, Jarrett's still in the game. That's him right there. So he's might get loose for another touchdown here.
He is going to score.
And he did. So at least he took a shot when he made it to the end zone. He paid for it.
He did. He did.
A 43-yard touchdown for Jarrett, and he's over 200 now.
Well, Deej, I say the way this started, I was not anticipating a 50-point.
.227 for Jarrett on 18 carries.
Oh, so the clock does stop now with an extra point? I thought it ran.
I've heard different things on that. The extra point is through the uprights, so that makes it 56-5.
The clock is stopped. I assumed it. Now in basketball, only thing that would stop it in basketball would be a timeout or, well, an injury, I assume, but that typically just runs.
Jackson up 31-10. Only 3 minutes to go in that game. Thank you to David Jenkins providing that score.
What was that?
31-10 Jackson. Less than 3 minutes to go. They're going to keep their undefeated streak alive.
Yep.
They have won something like 35 straight regular season games.
Wow.
Undefeated last year, of course. Undefeated this year. And then the year before that, the only loss they had was in the state championship. So, like regular season.
Yeah. What I haven't heard, and maybe they're still the juggernaut that they were a few years ago, about Webb City.
They're still maybe not quite what they were, but they're still kind of in the picture. And Jackson, I think, had an opportunity.
Are they in Class 5?
Yes.
Oh, they are. Okay. Yes. They were in Class 4 a few years ago when Sikeston, well, I say a few, my gosh, been 10, could have possibly played them. They were in Class 4.
Yeah,
but at that time, there were only
5 classes.
Five classes,
yeah.
right.
And had we defeated Warrenton in the
That is
semifinal
correct.
game right here on this field,
That's who
we
we
would have
would have
played
played.
Webb City.
That's right.
That ball into the end zone for a touchback. 10:42 to go in the ball game.
Raspberry on the kickoff. Touchback. Bulldogs will start this drive on their home 20-yard line.
I believe that Jackson might have had an opportunity to play Webb City last year, but I think it was Carthage or one of those teams defeated Webb City before they got there.
Gotcha.
Sikeston with 1st and 10 at the 20. Snap to Heckemeyer, another middle screen to Keodrick Sherrod, and that he got about 6 out of that, and there wasn't even a blocker.
Right.
It was set up for a middle screen, and there really wasn't much blocking there, and he still got 6 yards out of it. Just imagine if they got some hats to hats, helmet to helmet, he could have picked up a lot more on that play. But a pretty nice pickup of 6 on that play. That play has really worked all year long.
It really
for the
has,
Bulldogs.
yeah. Sikeston with a little up-tempo now.
A little kind of option pitch over to Sherrod.
Well,
Now pretty good blocking on the outside that time. Connor Wallace on the outside blocking, and Malachi Kellum, those receivers doing the bulk blocking on the edge that time. And Sherrod with a gain of about 10 on that play. And a first down.
I was just kind of looking at the Kennett defenders thinking, well, maybe they've got, some of their younger kids in and things like that, maybe a second-string kids, but looks to be their starters there, and I wouldn't swear that it's every one of them, but I mean the number 2, the Spencer kid, and the 58, the big end here. So they've still got some kids in.
Heckemeyer throws.
Did he catch it?
That is a catch.
Wow, good catch.
Trey Gorman on that reception. Nice diving catch
Yep.
by Trey Gorman, a gain of 4.
Tell you what, we call that 13, that Brooks Najou. We've called his name all night. Man, he's been all over the field for Kennett. Had a lot of pressure there on Joseph.
Sherrod up the middle.
Like he slipped and lost his. Oh, we got
Penalty
a
flag.
flag coming in.
Number 33, Keodrick Sherrod, the ball carrier.
That one came in towards the end of the run.
Yeah, I don't know.
Face mask against the Indians.
Maybe that's why he went down quick.
That will be a 5-yard penalty tacked on to the end of that run. And that'll be, it won't be enough for a first
I was
down.
going to say, those automatic first downs. Those
He
are
did
not.
not signal personal foul, so it's just a 5-yard
Yeah.
variety.
The garden variety.
The
as
garden
they say.
variety face mask.
4th and 1 Bulldogs.
So I believe it's still
Third.
second down. The marker has first.
3rd and 1 Bulldogs.
Yeah, you just replay the down after the penalty. Heckemeyer, pitch out to Satron Hampton. He diving
Whoa.
ahead.
He landed weird.
He had a head of steam and just gave a full-out somersault. Got about 8 yards on that run.
That's another Bulldog first down.
Look, he landed weird though, Deej. I hope he's okay. He seems to be okay.
He does it all the time.
That's right.
I'm not sure I would bounce up so quickly.
No. I'm confident I would not. I'm not sure I could vault myself in that manner that he did either.
I'm sure a painful yell would come out if I tried anything like that. Oh, Heckemeyer fumbled the ball, but
Still got it away.
Somehow got it away to Hampton. Hampton's got a lot of room on the outside. He's out of bounds onto the track. Somehow Heckemeyer fumbled the snap, somehow got it away to Hampton for a big gain down the sideline. About a 25-yard pickup to Satron Hampton.
Taken out of bounds at the Kennett
That right there shows you that
line, and that's another
is that experience that Heckemeyer has. A
Yeah,
lot of younger
didn't freak
quarterbacks
out.
would just probably fall on the ball or try
Right.
to start running with it.
Right.
Heckemeyer knew exactly what he's supposed to do. It was a
Right.
quick screen. Hampton on the
He's
carry,
got a
coming
lot of
outside.
touches tonight. Oh, look at him laying the wood there,
Another
too.
physical hit.
Yeah. Dealing out the punishment.
Number 4, Satron Hampton.
Not much there. Got about 2.
As they say, he finished the run very well.
Pickup of 2, second and 8 Bulldogs.
Heckmeyer up to 170 passing yards.
What's his high on the year? Do you know, Deej?
It's close to that.
Yeah.
I don't have the exact number. He hasn't had a 200-yard game.
Okay. Is that in his career he has
Not
not?
this season.
Okay.
Yeah. Clock ticking away. 5:53 to go in the game. Heckmeyer looking deep. Overthrown. That was intended for Malachi Kellum.
I will give
Number 26, Malachi Kellum.
Kennett, their coaches, a lot of credit. Man, they're dialing up some pressure. Wow.
That is a final score. Jackson defeated
There we go.
O'Fallon 31-10. Who was it? O'Fallon Christian?
Yeah.
I lost
I'll
it.
tell you. This said O'Fallon Township.
O'Fallon Township.
I'm
Okay.
not sure exactly what that means. The township.
And Heckmeyer rolling. No, he's got to get away from pressure, and
Uh-oh. That might be a.
got the ball away, and there comes the flag.
I
That
was gonna say
will
be
be
some grounding.
intentional grounding on that play. He was outside the tackle box, as they say, but
What?
I don't think there was anybody nearby where he was throwing that ball.
We stopped the. Why is the?
So intentional grounding.
We
That
stopped
will
the clock.
be a 5-yard penalty and a loss of down.
Right.
So Sikeston bringing out the punt squad. Excuse me, that is a 15-yard penalty.
What?
I thought it was just 5, but
That's a 15-yard penalty. I would. It's a spot foul. We're being told.
oh, okay. 5-yard penalty from where he was being tackled. I got you.
Yeah.
I got it now.
I was,
See, I'm not an expert on these rules. I know a little bit, but just
well, fortunately, we have an expert up here with us in the booth that makes us look really smart, Deej.
yeah. Thankfully, he's here.
Absolutely.
Sykes is going to go for it. Heckmeyer throwing the bomb to Connor Wallace,
And it was.
and
well,
it's worked out like a punt. So
yeah,
intercepted.
on the one. Maybe we can get a.
Intercepted by Kennett, and he's going to be
Oh
on
no
the 2.
way! We got a roughing the passer. It's going to be a first down.
Another penalty that I believe you're right, Matt.
It's like we got a final here, by the way. Portageville won 52-22 over Crystal City.
Kennett has had some, we
my
talk about
gosh.
Sykes' penalties. Kennett has had some disastrous penalties tonight.
This, if they're again, as I said earlier, if they're playing a team of equal ability, they're going to be in trouble with this amount of penalties.
It is roughing the passer. That is a 15-yard automatic first
I was
down.
just going to say that's the key, is the automatic first down when it was third and 22 or 4th and 22 or whatever it was. That's the kicker. That's the difference.
Okay, Matt, I got a little scoop for you here. Our
Uh-oh.
man, Standard Democrat David Jenkins, the
Chief?
man with the plan. Not Chief. Chief is Chris Post.
Oh, that's well, I know, but he's the chief now.
David Jenkins is news chief,
Oh, I see.
I believe.
I thought Pope's
City-
is still there?
No, Pope's isn't
Yeah,
there.
okay.
David
Anyway.
Jenkins says Webb City is 5-3, ranked 4th in Class 5. So
Okay.
even with 3 losses, they're still ranked way
Well,
up there.
they're my gosh, there's no telling who they're playing.
Their losses to Joplin, 5th in Class 6. They lost to Carthage, who's number 2 in Class 5. And they lost to also another Class 6 school, Nixa, who's ranked 6th in Class 6.
Yeah.
So there's their 3 losses.
Right,
The
yeah.
three loaded teams themselves.
Screen.
Middle screen to
Wow,
Hampton.
It's wide open.
Quite a bit of room if he can get a block.
Oh,
And we couldn't get the block.
oh.
Pass complete to number 4.
Good tackle, though, with the
Yeah.
by number 2, that
Good
Spencer
open
kid.
field tackle.
Yeah.
That middle screen has worked all
Wow,
year.
it's unbelievable.
That was a gain of 7.
And 3 Bulldogs.
has died.
Third and 3 Bulldogs.
Clock ticking away, about 3 minutes to go in the game. 3rd and 3. Sikeston trying for their first touchdown of the game. Hampton with the reception. He's going to have the
He might
first
get in
and
there.
possibly more.
Oh,
Down
he
at
just
the
got
one.
tripped up.
Pass complete.
Oh, did a great job.
Hampton is showing his moves tonight, Matt.
Absolutely. Man, he has had the ball a lot tonight and done a really good job with it.
That pass puts Heckmeyer close to 200. I got him at 198.
Well, again, I'm not the offensive
I'm
coordinator. I go under center and just
Hampton stood up. Loss of yardage on that play.
Number 4, Satron Hampton on the carry.
That backs him up to the 5. 2:10 to go in the game.
Yards on the play. First and goal. Second and goal from the 5.
Well, that kind of changes. I mean, it's still certainly an achievable goal.
Quick pass,
Oh.
just out of the reach of Connor Wallace. Incomplete.
Pass intended
3rd
for
and
number
goal at the
11.
5.
Pass incomplete.
I sure like a rub route play here,
3rd and goal
or
from the
some sort of
5.
crossing, a quick crossing.
What about the slant? Would you,
That's
would
what
you
I
call
mean.
for that?
I absolutely would call the slant. I would throw the slant 47 times.
Sikeston lined up in a bunch formation here, very tight. They try to run this one. Heckmeyer rolling.
out. Uh-oh. Did he get it?
Oh, incomplete. Going for Malachi Kellum right at the sticks, or the, not the sticks, the pylon.
Pass incomplete.
And that'll bring up 4th and goal at the 5.
What do you do here, Coach? Do you kick it or go for it?
You go for this. Earlier in the game, you might kick it. Right here, you go. Try to get some touchdown.
Yeah.
Under a minute, clock ticking away.
All right, at the end of the game, we need to go to face the 50-yard line.
Guess we're going to burn this one down and call timeout.
At the end of the game.
So Sikeston does call time. Jinx says, "I'm the big chief."
First State Community Bank.
He is?
That's what he says.
Uh-huh. Well,
With an
hello.
LOL.
Gotcha.
Incredibly grateful to our
See,
customers who allow
Chris Popes is simply known as Chief.
Chief, right? I saw Chief last night. I saw Chief last night at the band concert.
one of the best banks in the state. First State Community Bank. Success starts here.
Well, Matt, we got 39 seconds to
Yeah.
go in the game. This is our first year on the broadcast. Somehow, some way, I don't know how we could possibly replace the venerable Chris Hotchkiss.
We can. What do
And-
they say? You can't duplicate. You
Yeah.
can only. Yeah, there's no replacing.
No replacing the venerable Chris Hotchkiss or the living legend Jeff Williams.
Oh, absolutely.
We do our best
Yes.
to bring the Bulldog action to our viewers. Hopefully, our viewers have enjoyed our broadcast this year.
Right.
I've had a good time doing it. It's been
have.
fun.
I have. Gives a different perspective on the game for sure.
Heckmeyer under pressure. Oh, that was a nice improv play by Heckmeyer to try
improvisation.
to get it to Hampton,
And that
and he couldn't hang on, and that'll be a turnover and downs.
That
Clock is still
should do
ticking.
it.
Kennett
Yeah.
won't even have to snap
no,
it.
No, that should do it. That will do it. Well, Deej, before we forget, thank you to Mr. Beidler, who is this his swan song?
I don't know.
I think this might be Mr.
Our
Beidler's.
program director, Steve Byler, Coach Byler. And is this your swan song, Coach? Don't know
we
yet.
don't
he's
know
not,
yet.
He's not caving. He's gonna
Okay.
make it a surprise. So
Yeah.
we
Well,
will
thank
we will
you
know
to-
next season whether
Right,
he's here or
right.
not.
Mr. Beidler, thank you to him and the crew for the great job. Students that do a great job with the cameras. Thankfully, they're not on us because, as I said before, we have a face for radio. And Deej, thank you. I've enjoyed my time up here. Of course, Derek and I have been friends for a long, long time, so I think our camaraderie and our able to bounce back and forth on things and kind of know what each other's going to say happens a lot. So Bulldogs still going to have one more game this year, the first game of the playoffs. I'm sure it's going to be away. I don't know to whom? Probably.
Sikeston needed a win tonight to possibly host.
Yeah.
I think there was an outside shot at that. I believe they will travel to Festus. I may be mistaken on that.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Festus was the
They were the
last
4
check,
seed, and I think we're the 5,
Right.
or at least going into
and
this
that's
game.
who Sikeston would play
Okay.
on the road at Festus. But there's also a possibility maybe a road game at Farmington or
Okay.
somebody like that.
Okay.
But yeah, this Sikeston falls to 3-6, and this is our final broadcast, barring something crazy that
Right.
Sikeston would get a home game, but I don't think that'll happen.
Right.
And we've enjoyed bringing you Bulldog football this year. And again, thanks to Steve Byler and his crew, his wonderful crew of students who get out there and do the
Yes.
dirty work out there in
Absolutely.
the elements.
Yes.
So beautiful night tonight, but did not go the Bulldogs' way. Kennett wins this game 56-5. Any parting thoughts, Matt?
Well, I think Coach Pulley is building the culture here, even though we knew going into this season would be something similar to this. You know, you always hope for better, or at least I do anyway, but I know all Bulldog Nation was hopeful. You can see a lot of positive things. There's some effort, there's some energy, there's some passion on the sideline again. That's great to see, and I'm just looking forward to what we're building here. And I'm ready for basketball now, Bulldog basketball, even though we got a week before we start practice.
Right around the corner, and Coach Engel's up here.
Coach
He's
Engel,
got wrestling
yeah.
starting up, so
Wrestling's going to
some
be ready to
exciting-
go, too.
Exciting winter sports coming your way. And
Absolutely.
I won't be on the broadcast.
No.
I'm not sure. Maybe Coach Hotchkiss will be back for
Yep,
that
I
broadcast.
think so.
I'm not sure who's doing the basketball broadcast, but that'll be right around the corner for you. So stay tuned. Here in a few weeks, you may get some hoops actions, and we'll try to get you some updates on wrestling too. From Sikeston Public Schools Stadium, we will bid you farewell until next season.
Go Bulldogs.